All right, what's up, guys? We're gonna try to get a victory tonight and breathe a little more hope into the NL East for us. 5.5 back, and the promise of facing DeGrom tomorrow doesn't necessarily give you the warm and fuzzies, but all you can do is win the day. And our offense has been putrid on so many levels. But I guess you got to look yourself in the mirror as an offense and be like, okay, we don't have all the power that we did last year with Ozuna and d'Arnaud. I think d'Arnaud's injury is the straw that broke the camel's back somewhat, because he's a great leader for the pitching staff. Would you see as many two-strike mistakes and two-strike this, that, and the others? I don't know if you would. They have a lot of confidence, and Travis knows the majority of our pitchers. And I'm not saying that Contreras hasn't done a heck of a job being thrown into the fire. He has. But with the offense, do we think that Travis d'Arnaud would have had another Silver Slugger season on 162? Who knows? Probably not, but he gives you a better shot. And right now, if we had d'Arnaud, you have Ronald, Freddie, Ozzy, d'Arnaud, Riley, Dansby, say Almonte. So it gives you a little more depth, in the fact that we don't have that. And being so reliant on the homer ball and having so many line drive outs, it's pretty dire. It's dire at the moment, but I think we have to look ourselves in the mirror as players and be like, okay, we need to do the little things. Maybe force bunts, hit and runs, things of that nature. Force the defense to make plays. I know there's a lot of power in this lineup, but when it's not coming, we're not scoring runs. And I think the last time we scored more than 4 runs was the Carlos Martinez 9-1 victory against the Cardinals. And our pitching has been well enough for us to possibly go on a 10 of 12 run, but our offense has been so ugly, frankly, that we haven't been able to do it. And the reality is putting so much pressure on your pitching staff that you can't make one mistake, or you can't have you can't give up multiple runs or walks and hit by pitches and nothing. It's magnified, and I know it's easier said than done, and I hope Orlando Arcia comes up soon. He's been playing the last couple of days at Gwinnett in left field. He's put up 15 homers and 47 RBIs. We can't do the little things either. It's the sacrifice flies, the productive outs, those things. Those outs, runs without the benefit of a hit. We're like 9 for our last 61 with runners in scoring position. Go Hail State, by the way. I'm watching the College World Series Game 3. While we're waiting on the Braves, I think we got 7 more minutes. The pitching matchup tonight is as Max Fried and David Peterson, lefty versus lefty. Max is coming off of blister. So we'll see how that plays. And he usually has to settle into the game a little bit. If you're going to get him, you usually can get him in the first inning. So we'll look to see what that does. But Max being back is a nice boost to the rotation that's been pitching really, really well. In the past couple of weeks, we just haven't had the offense to go along with it. Since June 20th, we scored 25 runs in an 11-game span, batting 190. I think Oscar Inoa on the IL has a higher batting average than that, and that should just tell you. The mega struggles we've had offensively, and it's hard to watch. I mean, we've had so many line drive, 110, 105, 90, 98 mile an hour outs. And yes, while I appreciate that stat for the players, to tell them they're having good approaches and good at bats, it's super, super frustrating. Excuse me. And we're not really. So both of the umpires at third base and home plate came up behind plate to let Kumar Walker know that he's been warned about a pitch clock violation. 20 seconds on the pitch clock. We're also not. Big one here, early 2-2, and this one moved into right field. Thomas is coming, and he will make the play. Tagging is Jordan. And we're not really walking either, so it's really a double-edged sword of grossness offensively. So I mean, singles do the job too, and doubles and walks and sacrifice. And sacrifice flies and things of that nature. And I know we're trying, but it's almost like we're trying too hard, trying to get 7 hits in 1 at bat. Whereas just, I guess though, hitting the ball hard, we've been doing that. And for an entire season, it feels like our entire lineup has been getting the old producer, not a director quote from Troy Gloss, and that's what I've been using a lot this year, and it's frustrating. And when an entire lineup has that a boy good swing, you want results, and I think that's the pressure and the understanding that the players know what the pitching staff has been doing over the past 4 weeks, and it's probably weighing on the weight of the world is on their shoulders every single at bat, and that is a difficult place to be as an athlete because you want to do so well so quickly, and so as a team, as a unit, you want W's and these heart-crushing, stupid extra inning, heart-stomping, heart rip-out, and the almost homers. We had 4 of those last night. So, I mean, it's a vicious cycle. And I I see Orlando RCA coming up in the next week or so. Hopefully that'll give us a jolt. Maybe we do something. Because if we don't do something, we're going to be staring upward and an uphill climb in the second half. And we got a lot of talent on this team, and it just feels unfortunate. It feels ugly, and it feels sad, and every other word I can think of, actually. But Mississippi State taking the lead on a sacrifice fly after a Kumar Rocker error. A tailor-made double play right back to him, and then the infielder was he threw it to the wrong part of the bag. The infielder was in the bag, and Kumar threw it to the outside of the bag instead of the inside, and down 1-0 early. Kumar is one of the best out there. And go Mississippi State. My uncle coached Mississippi State to the 1998. What's up, Josh? Long time no hear, but there hasn't been any happy things to talk about. But luckily, football's kind of right around the corner with training camp and stuff. So we can talk more about that as well with the Braves. You would think we might be able to get finally a good stretch of baseball at some point where everything's if we don't, it's win today, please. What's up, Hudson? Again, thank you for the so cool graphic designs. I've been thinking of trying to well, you're better than me. I honestly can't refuse to watch the Braves, even though they've made me want to not watch them, but it's because we're in every game, and then it's gets ripped out from under us, honestly, and it's not fun at all. Leadoff double by Kevin Pillar. Sorry, I was off a bit on the first pitch, so Max Fried already in the soup. Yeah, the Panthers should be very exciting after our basic expansion draft. Lindor 0-1 on the fastball.
A sign of that was how bad he made Francisco Lindor look at times at the plate.
Man, he and McCann really until McCann hit the home run. He threw him a hanging slider, but yeah, these guys just had fits last night with the breaking ball.
And that's been a problem for the New York offense all year long. You heard Kelly talk about that.
Lindor bunting again. Foul. 341-year contract bunting for possibly not. Although I kind of get it with the Braves inept offense, but
Let's hope that continues.
you take that any day of the week, honestly. But 0-2.
Street was looking for a first batter double, but now he's ahead of Lindor. No balls, 2 strikes. Millar's got a good lead at second. Max checks and delivers, and he went around. Yes, indeed. Lindor is down.
Got him on a breaking ball.
And here's Conforto.
And that's been Max's go-to pitch for strikeouts. 74% of his strikeouts on that breaking ball.
Now, your designs are amazing. I just haven't figured exactly
this year on breaking balls.
What I want to do, and if I want to do the t-shirt thing or whatever, I will message you when I get that full idea in my head.
And swept off the plate.
Breaking ball.
Other than that, 1 ball, no strikes.
Down. But I definitely will let you know. Thank you again. They're so awesome. But
Mets have used 48 different players this year because of 17 different guys on the injured list this year. Pretty remarkable that they're in first place by 3 games over the Nationals. The pitch.
95 fastball, 2-0 to Conforto.
Advanced by Pilar, 2 balls, no strikes.
Oh, Kevin Smith is back behind the plate. That's just asking for post-traumatic stress of some sort at this point. A 268 career hitter has legitimately forgot how to hit and forgot how to block balls, block baseballs in the dirt. 3-0.
Inside, it's 3 balls, no strikes. Got Pete Alonso, the big polar bear, waiting on deck for New York. He was 0 for 4 last night, and Conforto was 1 for 4.
No, I haven't given up either. We're just in the same slog of a quicksand, frustrating, annoying pattern of
dangerous pitch. 3 balls, no strikes.
took a fastball right down Main Street, 3-1.
Early in the game here, trying to let Max get himself into a little bit more trouble.
Alan Porter has the plate. Ramon De Jesus, Chris Guccione, and Adam Beck.
Adam Beck had a terrible night behind the plate last night, so hopefully it's a better one tonight. Woo. 94 sinker. Fastball, but it sunk out of sight. Got him back in the count, 3-2. Trying to come all the way back.
Rest versus rust, right? It's been 12 days since Max Fried has thrown a game in competition in the major leagues. June 18th, here he is, shaking off that rust against the first place Mets. First, the full count pitch. Fouled straight back.
Fouled back.
There's nothing physically wrong with Max.
Yeah, it's his first start since the blisters issue.
And I don't think that rust is going to be an issue.
What team do I like? The Braves.
I guess you could say
If you
he missed a start, but still had the ability to play catch and do all his preparation.
97 fouled back. Tried to get a little more on that one. Still 3-2.
Looks pretty sharp so far. 7 out of his first 10 pitches have found the strike zone. The next one on the way, and he came back from a 3-0 to get Conforto.
A fastball, some big movement in. Clutch strikeout, 2 outs.
Good fastball there. I think Conforto may have been looking breaking ball. Max is a good little sinker.
But yeah, I love, obsessed with the Braves. They're annoying the bejeez out of me right now, and they're annoying themselves, I'm sure, but ride or die. 2 outs, runner at second. Pete Alonso.
Alonso came into town, one of the Mets' hottest hitters. 341 average in his last couple of weeks. And he unloads on the first pitch and drives that one a mile to left center.
Pete Alonso, 2-run bomb after Chip says he's one of the hottest hitters. I really wish.
That's only the second homer that Max Fried has allowed to the Mets in over.
So now it's 2-0 already.
And that man was the man.
Words.
August of 2019.
Wow, Alonso's had 7 home runs on breaking balls this year.
It's a meatball fastball.
And that's what you call an ambush right there.
Ugh.
12 of his 13 homers have come from City Field. He got to the spot first and hit it a mile.
NC State, my uncle coached at NC State in 1998, brought them to the College World Series. He had Rafael Palmeiro, Paul Mulholland was his as well. So that's why I'm going for NC State. And yes, here we go again. I don't know why Chip has to say something really positive about the Mets, and then they do something really, really good always. But it seems to always happen for Chip.
It's turned out to be a huge play in the game. If that ball's caught, tough play as it might have been. The next 2 strikeouts, you get out of the first inning with no runs.
Ugh. 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes for James McCann. The Braves have a shift on for him. And he lost the bat.
I remember when 2 runs it felt like it was a 1-0 affair for the Braves, but right now 2 runs feels like it's a 6-0 lead for the opponents.
You are looking at the Mets RBI leader for the month of June.
Oh, buddy.
Drives a lot of folks on a team that has Lindor and Conforto and others.
Yeah, his last 28 games been pretty darn good. 303, 5 homers, 18 RBI. As opposed to 191.
Apparently the double was a tough play. I was on the...
Got a piece of everybody behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Peterson, the Mets pitcher, has yet to throw tonight. He's been given a 2-run
Abraham Almonte.
His year round of the last 3 starts for the Mets.
I am okay. It's I would be better if the Braves would win.
2-2 is a little high.
3-2.
And a full count.
Yeah, 1 run does feel like 100, and
start of last season in the first inning.
First inning troubles again for Max.
Really good after the first inning, so hold him right there.
That one all the way to the backstop, and on the ricochet, that'll bounce out toward first.
Walk.
So McCann walks. And Rick Kranitz, the Braves pitching coach, looking on.
Ugh.
Trade was 1 batter away from getting out of the first inning.
I feel like it's been a season of 1 batter away, or 1 line drive away, or 1 catch away, or this, that, and the other, or I just...
extra base hits since joining New York.
I appreciate it. I've been really, really struggling to continue to do these recaps and things of that nature, just because it's been so maddeningly frustrating the entire season. You would think we'd get one big time good stretch of baseball where everything was clicking, but it just might not be the year for it.
Both of those things occurred here.
High breaking ball 1-1.
He's up to 20 now.
20 pitches, 2 outs. Always keep pounding. I will. Mab, I know it's been forever. I miss talking to you, but I understand. With the Brave struggles, it's been really hard to watch. 2-1.
Which could be, I don't know. I think it's probably adrenaline more than rust. Maybe a little bit over-rested.
I would imagine, Tom, the difficulty is
2-2.
It's not like he's coming back from a sore forearm or a sore shoulder. It's a friction blister problem. They would probably minimize the amount of time he's actually got a baseball in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but like Snit said, had it been the playoffs, he would have been able to pitch. So, how severe was it? I don't know. He did, like I said, throw a bullpen on Sunday, so that would lead you to believe that everything was fine in that regard.
Well, he looked fine there. He struck out the side, but a double, homer, and a walk has given the Mets a 2-0 lead.
Struck out the side on a nasty slider, but damage done on a double that could have been caught. So I mean, I feel like it is really almost. It's really almost all year, but almost only works in horseshoes and hand grenades. It's nothing good in baseball.
Second, keeping it first, 3-2.
Little observation right now with Bednar on the mound. He's actually
2-1.
Fans of one look, and as soon as he turns his head, he's gone home every single time. He's got to mix that in. One thing that
I am not
he's doing right now from the bench, Rico Bradfield Jr. looking at that.
I'm not a
Got to mix up the looks and the times. There it is.
3-2 on the ground. A short field at first. DeBrule, double play.
I'm definitely not a Hawks fan, but I am respecting the heck out of what they've been able to do.
See? Where do you want this at, Chris? Wait, what?
Is this one of your State Farm commercials?
Yeah, sure.
I've been respecting the crap out of what they've been able to do and enjoyed watching them, but I'm a Charlotte fan through and through. Charlotte Hornets and Carolina Panthers and Atlanta Braves and Carolina Hurricanes. So
State Farm's there.
0-8. It's been a little bit of a swap for him. He's gotten away from the four-seam fastball up in the zone, got more to the sinker, and his last 3 games have been good. So
I don't know. There's not a magic potion or something for our offense other than just get things to fall and have good at bats. Maybe some bunts, maybe some hit and runs, maybe more steals. But if we're not finding green or we're not finding stands, it's
the first inning that haven't been very good. It's been his worst inning ERA-wise, but he has been superb thereafter. So that's out of the way. Now be a stopper and be superb the rest of the way and give the team a chance to win ball games.
And let's see if Ronald can get the night off to a good start for the Braves offense. He's got a 3-game hitting streak.
I don't know. I mean,
One ball, no strike.
I don't know. It's
Last night scored another run. That gives him 62 runs scored. Most in the National League. And fouled away. Ain't even count. We've seen
1-1
you might recall,
on Acuna. Yeah, Freddie's been
3 runs in 6 innings.
pretty good, hitting 333, and the last weeks he just hasn't.
That's how he's been pitching these last 3 turns.
Woo! Wow. Okay, Acuna's back. Leadoff bomb. Wow, that had no chance of staying in the ball game. Cut in half. 22. Yeah, it's definitely a frustrating season, no doubt about it. But all we can do is play the games and see what happens at this point. I mean, we're not out of it.
When we replay that homer, there are no sound effects added to this blast off the bat.
Ronald Acuna Jr., his bat, it's just different. It coming off the bat, and Freddie with a smoker single.
22nd, and you're right, Tom. This was a cannon shot.
Smoker single.
Sinker that didn't sink. Pretty much middle, and Ronald's not going to miss 2 of those. You heard the sound. It was loud.
It just feels different coming off his bat. It sounds different. It's and thank God for
Fourth leadoff homer for Ronald this year. Now Freeman's
Ronald.
Ozzie Albies, who terrorizes left-handed pitching. The Braves have been terrorizing them too since May the 14th. Best average, highest slugging, highest OPS against Southpaw
ball
in the National League.
to Ozzie. Yes,
So hopefully right guy, right time.
Ronald is an absolute freak and probably is the main reason a lot of people are still watching the Braves at this point.
That one popped away from McCann, and Freddie Freeman moves up on a ball in the dirt.
Freddie moves up on a ball in the dirt, swing and miss by Ozzy. Think he was looking for something, but runner in scoring position.
That curveball, back foot breaking ball. And tried to scoop it, wasn't able to. Freddie moves up to second.
That was a wild pitch. Porter was walking over to the Mets dugout. He was asking about perhaps the ball being tipped. I don't think it was.
This is where we need.
So a chance for the Braves to get it tied with a base.
Excuse me. At the very least, a productive out.
5 extra base hits this year. And a line drive right field.
Atta baby! Line drive right field and Freddie Wheels beats the rap. And Ozzy continues to terrorize lefties 2-2. Just a sweet swinging left-handed swing. 1-0. Let's start, or 2-2. Let's start over, boys.
Yeah, another breaking ball. This one not quite to the back foot. Hung up there a little bit.
Aggressive sin there, too.
Played that ball well. Freddie just outran it. Nice slide.
Very nice slide.
And that's how you answer a 2-run first inning by your opponent. Right back, get 2 of your own. Still nobody out.
Well, I love seeing base runners slide into the plate feet first.
Yeah, especially home. Yeah, you said the plate.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. Beautiful slide, beautiful result. 50 RBIs for Albies and nobody out. 3 straight Atlanta hits, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Austin Riley at 274 on the year. And a nice dig out by Alonso.
Pickoff attempt that almost went into the corner. Ozuna, I don't know. He said that the police lied and all this stuff, and I'd prefer him not to play in a Braves uniform again.
Give up too early, you think, uh-oh.
But there's...
They come roaring right back against Peterson, who's been so good the last 3 times for the Mets.
But there's so many factors to that.
And again, the first.
I have no idea.
If you're going to get this guy, historically, it has been Tom the first 2 innings this season. He's given
but
runs.
I hate it on so many levels. And just purely the selfishness of the human act and what he did for the and Riley 1-0. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's just a difficult situation overall. But a new ball game here, 2-2. Run at first, 1-0 count for Riley.
All that's adding to 2 runs in and nobody out. And Ozzy Albies with a good lead at first. Riley ready to pitch. Just missed it.
Oh, just missed it.
Now comes streaking in the 44 painted in the center field grass.
Like that, seriously just missed that.
Dansby's been an Iron Man for the Braves. He's been in every game this year for Atlanta and has started all but 1.
Come on, D. Come on, D. Get one you like. Riley just missed that.
13 homers.
Kind of a cement mixer. A little bit out in front. But getting good peeks at Peterson. Only 9 pitches into the ball game.
Side of the infield to play Pepper with.
He's been great at Truist Park. 41 games here, 563 slugging percentage. 8th highest home slugging percentage in the National League.
Fouled off 0-1.
For base hits this year have come here as well. So
come on, Dance. Come on, Dance. Home cooking, bud.
spot to do some damage here. We give the Braves a lead.
I'd love to see the entire lineup start hitting again. I mean, on a consistent, more than 1 inning, 1 hit basis.
Next, he's the 6th place hitter. Dansby hitting 5th tonight. Runner goes, good shot, ball in the dirt. McCann double clutch and no chance to get Ozzy, but I guess he came off the bat.
Yeah, he beat the throw. He had to come off the back.
And Ozzy beat the throw stealing, but came off the bag. Crap.
Let's see if its momentum carried him past the pillow. And he's safe there. Yep, came off.
His foot's still there.
Yep, good job by Peraza to keep the tag on.
His foot's still there. But I guess not.
Stone went in head first, couldn't hold the bag. Is the second out.
Dang it. That's a microcosm of get a stolen base and then the momentum take you off for an out. 1 and 2.
So the Braves down to their last strike. 1 and 2 for Dansby Swanson. Wild first inning. Pete Alonso hit a 2-run homer. Ronald Acuna led off the Braves first with a long solo blast. And then Ozzy with
The strikeout thing for Dansby is the
Freddie single and a wild pitch to get things tied.
maddening part for me. And I know he's not trying to strike out that much, but it just is what it is at this point. 2-2. Nice layoff on the inside fastball there. Yeah, Trevor Bauer, all those situations just are very, very annoying.
It is 8 road starts. He's had a rough start tonight as Dansby cracks one the other way. That one is Mike Conforto.
Woo! Wow. A very, very nice leaping Superman type of grab by Conforto, and that's a microcosm of the Brave season. Woo! Jeez, great piece of hitting by Dans there. See, that's what I'm talking about. We do something good, and it's still bad this year. I mean, the solo base, that was the solo base, but then you over momentum. How many amazing catches against us this year?
It's a bit of a delay, but I can't get that a violation. They cannot do that.
He was standing out of the box.
Not only that, it took that.
What is this whole pitch clock thing at the College World Series? Who the heck cares if it takes them more than 20 seconds to get a pitch off? That's not right. In a winner-take-all game, you've got to be kidding me. Just saying, even though I'm happy that Mississippi State's up 2-0, that's just ugly and not fair.
They soon be coming to a major league park near you. 1 and 2 in the third. Please don't. Yeah. No. This is the last year that we see the college.
Yeah, no kidding. Almost perfect is a great way to put it. That's another thing too. I think the entire offense is like, I'm doing exactly what I want to do, but you just and it just keeps getting weighing on your mind. You're doing the right thing and you're not getting rewarded for it. It's probably just. I don't know how he caught that. Dude, he knows who Marcel is. He just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to talk about it, and that's what he was talking about, and that's why. I mean, he's not actually being literal with that. It's just a situation none of us want to talk about.
Well, there you have that first inning. Nothing better than having your teammates erase it, and you get to go out there with an even slate and start over.
And start with the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Mets, beginning with Jose Peraza.
Quickly 2 strikes on Peraza.
Nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't being literal, but I get your point. Quickly 0-2 on Peraza. Hopefully a big time shutdown inning, get the bats back out there quickly.
You ever have blister problems in your major league career? Was that ever
1 and 2 high fastball.
I would every once in a while. This is the way I help my
Understood. You're all good.
The side of my fingernail and my finger, but never really had any blister issues.
Got him to chase that ball in the dirt. Peraza
Nasty breaking ball.
tonight via strikeouts. You don't really hear about it all that much anymore. I'm guessing the
Quick out.
prevention of it and the treatment of it is much more advanced than it used to be. There's a pitcher named Ishmael Valdez who was plagued by blister problems. He would actually pitch a big league game and walk out after his 6 or 7 innings, and he would look like he'd been booked for a felony.
Yeah, I remember he had.
Luis Guillorme played for the
Fingertips were just raw.
Mets.
For Valdez. And as Luis Guillorme is the batter and takes up
High breaking ball.
strikes.
Skin was too soft. Gotta go out and break some leaves or do something. Toughen those hands up.
One ball, no strikes.
Got the call on the outside breaking ball there.
Pickle juice, right?
Yep.
Just soak your hands in that to toughen up and dry out the skin.
He used to do that. I know Smoltz had some issues from time to time with blisters, and pickle juice was a big part of his treatments.
On the ground into the shed.
Nice inside fastball and ground ball. 2 quick outs.
2 outs.
Alrighty.
And again, to your point earlier, if this was
I appreciate everybody watching, and I didn't think these lives would be as popular as they've become, but I really, really appreciate it. It helps my watch hours, and it helps the viewership and things of that nature. So thank you guys so much. And
he was trying to protect something. Now, he could very well have something happen during the course of the game.
dotted fastball there.
There's no way they would have sent him out there if they thought, like I said, that he was going to try and avoid something or protect something. That's how you really hurt him.
he is bringing it now.
Slider.
He's had good stuff. He's just starting to get his image back in line.
Yeah, the command's a little bit better here this second inning.
Oh, 2.
Nice donut there.
5 strikeouts for Fried in his first 2 innings. Braves back
Nice
2-0.
donut there. And let's try to add on, boys.
This is James.
Mom, Dad, this is James.
James Harrison.
The vantage point of a 3-run lead. Trying to put it in strikes, and he does it 9-2. We get Spencer Jones, the DH, C.J. Rodriguez, then Carter Young. Jones had a couple of arm injuries since he showed up on campus. Oh, that's inside. He was
And I think that's, I mean, the offense is what the offense is, and
bone in his elbow, so he's become a hitter at least now.
I do the lives. I try to do a live, whether it's answering questions or a live broadcast of a game every week. I don't necessarily have a schedule because I don't know what the weeks are gonna be necessarily. I can try to make a schedule. But you can always switch on notifications. That'll tell you when I go live. As well too. I can try to make a schedule, but again, with my work and spontaneous different things.
To 2 in the second inning, we mentioned this might be the right team, right time for the Braves offense. As we joined Kelly Cole, Brian Snitker was handing out some left-handed compliments today, wasn't he?
He sure was. I think you guys mentioned Ozzy Albies in the last 31 games against lefties, hitting .419, and overall the Braves since May 14th.
But yeah,
lefties in average.
Maybe we just need to face lefties, face the NL Central, and face the Cardinals and the Pirates and all of them all the time.
He's the catalyst. He's the guy that at the beginning of the season I didn't feel like he was hitting on all cylinders, But once he put it together, I think he is one of the
And I
best
think
in
maybe
the
adding Orlando Arcia.
He absolutely
Arcia
does.
could help. He's been playing in left field a bit. And
Right-handed pitcher. I think this team feeds off of Ozzy Albies. I have said it before. I really believe, Tom, he is not the most publicized engine on this team, but I think he's the guy that makes them go.
He's the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah.
Right? He's the energy guy on that team. He's always laughing. He's always having a good time. He plays hard. And the other guys see that. I mean, you get some of that, obviously, out of Ronald. Freddie's pretty steady, just kind of goes about his business, not a whole lot of emotion, plays hard the whole 9 yards. But Ozzy's kind of the guy that kind of brings the energy.
but I feel like we should just clone. If we could clone Ozzy, Freddie, Ronald,
Oh, absolutely.
it'd be great. But
As this one is shot to left by Heredia.
another line drive out. Sugar.
This guy early in the count, too. 1 pitch, 1 out.
But that one got in on Heredia a little bit.
Joy and happiness them winning some games. The Braves still hoping to get on that kind of a roll. The rest of this series with the Mets. Another game here tomorrow night. Then the homestand continues with
Abraham Almonte is in a dry spell, even though he had 2 line drive outs last night.
Far ahead. They are trying to go 1-0 today. But you look at the schedule, you see how important this 2-week stretch is. Abraham Almonte batting 7th tonight. They're trying to get him going. He's in an extended dry spell for his last 20.
Yeah, we would be in big time last if we didn't have GH around.
When he has hit some balls on the nose lately, they've been at people, so he's kind of going through that stretch a little bit right now himself.
I try not to excuse me. I try not to remember that we had Ozzy batting 9th. Batting 9th last year. It just gives me a
Peterson, but a good take by Almonte.
gotcha. So I can try to make a schedule or something that might be
You can understand why both pitchers want to work at a quick pace. It is really hot.
Yeah, muggy tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And then missed inside. Boy, did Alan Porter get good position on that pitch.
3-2.
See the cloud cover.
But see, Almonte is still having really good at bats. It's the results aren't there. He's still putting up deep at bats for the most part. Ugh, back foot slider on that one. That was nasty. 3-2 strikeout, and Kevin Smith up at the plate.
That's his slider, described as slurpy, and that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a combination slider, breaking ball, big break.
That's a perfect back foot slider slurpy thing, unfortunately.
Well, did you see how low Porter got to make that call behind the plate?
Yeah, he was in good position.
Someone's had a good night so far. Here's Kevin Smith.
When Kevin Smith's at the plate, I always yell at him, do something positive. And then a liner right to third on the first pitch. So, shocker. 2-2, back up the top of the order for the Mets.
Fastest growing full-line brand. That's why people are taking it everywhere. Taking SUVs like Trailblazer outdoors. Confidently taking on new places with Equinox. And taking on more with the most capable Silverado ever. No matter what you do, there's a Chevy that's perfect.
I don't think Almonte was the first, to be honest. He might have been, but I don't think so. But we've needed him, and he did have a couple of big hits early. It's just a dud of a time right now.
We've actually saved $600.
3-0. Runner in second for Vandy.
hit this pitch elevated right there. It's got a major hole in it. And I'm telling you right now, they have exploited that entire College World Series.
You go from Carter Young to Isaiah Thomas in the 8th spot. Think about Carter Young, Isaiah Thomas, and Jason Gonzalez. 16 homers, 13 homers, and 9. Those are your 7, 8, 9 hitters.
But
The average is 29%.
really, this is a must-win game if I've ever seen one.
Saturday at 7:30.
Because we got DeGrom tomorrow, and you know how that's likely gonna go. So
Now let's take a look at a Braves starting pitcher since June the 17th. A 13-game span. The rotation has been on a roll, consistent turns for everybody, and they're starting to feel it a little bit. Over the course of the last 13 games, you see the Braves ranks in the National.
Smith is not a better hitter. Statistically, he is, but it's not. It's not actually coming to fruition for Smith. And he's had a lot of pass balls and wild pitches too. So
17 trailing only the Dodgers, and that was our Chick-fil-A nugget of the game.
There were a lot of nuggets in there. There was a lot of nuggets. And if pitching and defense are what will lead you to championships, if that trend can continue, you'd like to think the Braves are going to stay relevant in this Eastern race. I guess, Tom, what's frustrating?
Oh,
is
1-1.
They're 7-6 in those 13 games because of the offense's inconsistencies.
Agree. I guess that's the disappointing side of it, but we've talked about it. I've talked about it.
Pilar, loud strike there.
I'm
1-2.
not talking about winning 15 games in a row. I'm talking about winning 5-6 series in a row. Then it has to continue to come from the starting pitching. These guys have to go out night in and night out and give them a chance to win. And I think now that you've seen the 4 main guys in the rotation getting their normal consistent turns.
Pilar shoots that one down the line and fouled.
Oh, thank God. Got away with a hanger there to Pilar.
2 starts now kind of settling into the 5th spot of the rotation. I don't think it's any coincidence with the consistency and those guys going out there and taking their turn.
Starting pitching has not been the problem. It hasn't. At least in this stretch. The last 13 games, the offense just not giving cushion.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
But look, we seem to still have
Straight after the home run walk in the Mets first, he's got Pilar in a 1-2 count. And Fried turns it loose and skips it up there for
2-2.
a 2-2 count. Usually Jeff McNeil leads off, but he's 7 for 32 at the plate. He's coming off the injured list with a lefty on the mound. Rojas puts Pilar at the top. He's such an inspirational player. What he's gone through, starting with that game here in Atlanta. And he strokes that one toward right center field. Acuna got a good job. Did he hang on?
Whoa! Nice catch.
2 great plays by the right fielders in the early innings tonight. One by Conforto, this one by Acuna.
Ronald really made up some ground in that ball. I wasn't sure he was going to get to it, but last 15 or so feet, man, he really gained some ground and not quite a snow cone, but that ball was trying to sneak out a little bit. Ronald able to hold on. Good play. Pitchers always appreciate plays like that, particularly for the first half of the game.
Here's Lindor. He struck out to start his night.
Great play by Ronald there. Showing he's not a one-trick pony. Dive in, slide, and catch there.
And glimpses of it. But when this guy is right, he is truly one of the game's
Breaking ball to get in the count.
Yeah, like you said, we've seen it here and there. Have not seen it over the course of a series.
0-1 to Lindor.
Not seen it consistently enough for their likings just yet. But you're right. He is a great ball player. I think that.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about selling right now, especially with we got one more tonight and tomorrow against the Mets, the Marlins twice, and Pittsburgh. So we're just gonna keep fighting, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Did you do it?
You know, I didn't do it very good my first year, I can tell you that. But,
2-1
you
on the high fastball, good pitch. Just didn't get him to chase.
Right? I mean, it's a different animal up there. You've got, I don't know how many newspapers and
Pop flying to left. Almonte should catch this one. 2 outs.
Breaking ball off stride, 2 outs, pop up.
Biggest media market in the world, so
No, we didn't score 20 runs while you were gone. Now, you do know we have Guillermo Heredia, Kevin Smith, and Max Fried at the bottom of the lineup. So if that were to happen, we'd all be shocked.
And 2, the way the game's covered right now is far different than it used to be.
Nice slider. 0-1 to Conforto.
Standing by your locker during batting practice, wanting to talk. That's not allowed right now.
Right.
So a little bit of a reprieve for Lindor in that regard. And as 2 are out in the inning. And Michael Conforto is the
92 fastball, 1-1. Dirt ball.
Earlier today, Washington beat Tampa Bay. Nationals scored 15 runs this afternoon.
Trey Turner hit for the cycle in that game?
His third.
His third. I know his birthday, right? I think today was his birthday. What a good birthday present for yourself.
He's the 4th player in the modern era.
I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, you can blame Snit for it, but those are the pieces that we have right now. And again, I talked about it earlier. Travis d'Arnaud might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, somewhat. Because he's one of the premier hitting catchers in baseball, and what he does for the pitching staff, foul ball there, 1-2 count to Conforto. What he does for the pitching staff, the confidence he's more of a pitching coach on the field too, I think, and the continuity that the pitching staff had with him and Tyler last year and things of that nature. So there's a lot of missing of Travis d'Arnaud. Breaking ball, strike 3, 6 strikeouts, 6 punchies, and Max Fried trying to help himself as he leads off the 3rd. Yeah, I mean, you can blame Snit, but it's really the pieces that we have, and Ozuna being an idiot really didn't help, and being selfish, honestly. That's just unforeseen things that you can't predict, and you don't want to predict. But you understand injuries do happen, but the other stuff that just makes you cringe. But 2-2, try to add on in the 3rd.
The network of your favorite teams.
At CPI, we think it's just as easy as joining a video call or texting with a friend, except it's with a licensed professional therapist trained to listen and offer support. Talkspace, therapy for all.
Yeah, the division has given us a chance to stay close, and it's not like we're getting blown out in every one of these games. It's heartbreaking stuff almost every night, or heart attack wins. I'll take heart attack wins every time, and that's the difficult part. That's the awfully difficult part. Yeah, I understand why it's 1-2, and you got things but it's let's just start winning ball games and let's not worry about that, huh? Consistently.
We've got a packed house and College World Series final on the line. The rollover, and quickly thrown out at first is Jason Gonzalez. That's a gift right there, because for Bednar, I mean, pitch count climbing, and now 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 3rd inning, because it feels like 75 to 80 on 3rd inning. Max Fried will lead off, followed by Ronald and Freddie Freeman. David Peterson back to work. He set down
Look, is it?
Last
It's
5 hitters in order. That's good hitter. 313.
cliche. It is
5 hits this year.
1-0 to Max. As cliche it is, you just got to keep playing.
Watching the pitchers take batting practice.
As frustrating as it is, you just got to keep going.
Kyle
1-1.
put on a show.
I'm not surprised. Big, strong boy like that.
Oh man, he was filling up Chattahoochee Falls with home run after home run. I mean, they were all splashed down bombs.
2-1. Maybe we should replace Kyle Muller with Kevin Smith. And I know it seems like I'm ragging on him, but it's just the reality. But 2-1 to Max on a overthrown breaking ball. Ooh, that was a good one. 2-2. That was a good breaking ball. Don't hurt yourself, Max.
Frey shoots one to center. Milano retreats with that ball carry, and he has to make a running catch.
He had to make a running catch on Freed. Crushed it.
Retired, 6
But-
up, 6 down for Peterson. And back to the top, and Ronald Acuna Jr.
But, an out, unfortunately.
He didn't miss it. It sounded loud, and I think StatCast is going to verify that it was loud. 113 exit velocity, 447 feet. Good start to the first inning for the Braves.
Well, there's only one thing better than a homer, and that's to have a night where you have 2. Let's see if he
Yeah.
can put Atlanta.
You can't have Willie C every night. He's actually played 75%. He's gotten 75% of the starts, which is typical for your everyday catcher. So we're actually generous call there. 1-1 on Ronald.
Not too thrilled with that call. Even count.
He gets hosed on one or two pitches every night, seems.
Behind the plate, as Peterson's had a few bad misses early.
Yeah, that change up there that just kind of took off on him.
That was a good changeup. 2-2.
Yeah, I always like doing that. You throw a change up, you throw a pitch, and it was a bad one. You think the hitter's thinking, well, he's not going to throw that again, and you come back with it. Had Ronald up in front on that one.
And he straightened him up with a fastball.
The inside fastball got him.
It was
Perfect.
pitched very effectively.
I feel like you have to have.
I mean, you can't sequence any better than those last 2 pitches. Throw him a change up, middle away, get him away.
But I feel like that's the problem with our offense too. Is all our rallies seem to start with like 1 out or 2 outs. Luckily, in the first inning, we got some.
Nice sequence there by Peterson.
So Freddie's up. He's now 1 run shy of 900. As a Brave, he's already gone over 900 RBIs in his career. He scored the second first inning run for the Braves this evening. And didn't get that. 1 ball.
I think the changeup is now an equalizer for 1-1 because
that is quite a career.
never stay on it. Almost feels like 2-1 to Freddie.
He's trying to become the 6th player in franchise history to get to those totals. 900 runs.
Inside curveball 3-1 or changeup. I can't ever tell, so I'm just gonna go with breaking ball. 3-1.
Joey Votto and Ryan Zimmerman for the Reds and the Nationals. That's rarefied air for the Braves first baseman. 3 balls and a strike. And he'll take
Outside fastball, hoping for a 2-out rally. Walk there. Yeah, Willie C is batting under 200, but I think he gives you a little more hope than Kevin Smith. But again, I'm clamoring for the Shea Langoliers Willie C combo for many years. So I think
Final day of June. Can you believe that?
No.
See if he can end the month like he started. Shot to right. Conforto's not
If you-
back. Look at Freddie on the base. 2 straight to third. Ozzie is 2 for 2. Late throw. And Freddie with another.
great base running by Freddie, and Ozzie cannot be stopped against left-handed pitchers. Cannot be stopped. First and third, 2 outs. Hopefully Riley can get a bolt.
Inside out's that fastball.
It's insane what Ozzie does against lefties.
Made that play a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Conforto's got a cannon, gotta give him credit. But Freddie Wheels has outran him twice. Come on, Rye. Come on, Rye.
Ozzy's sizzling June continues with 2 more hits.
I think Ozzie's the only one that wants you not to end.
As we told you, hitting with runners in scoring position has been ice cold for the Braves over the last 11 games. Little chopper is
Get foul, thank you.
play today. The team hitting 148.
0-1 on an inside fastball.
Runners at second or third base. That was the lowest batting average in that situation in Major League Baseball over that period of time. That's why the Braves have scored 3 or fewer in 10 of their last 11 games. But all's forgiven with a base hit here.
Come on, Riley. Put a good swing on something. Put a good swing on something.
Can't possibly be that difficult all season long. Stin
Get
talked about it the other day in his interview with you that
Fouled back fastball, 0-2.
talked about so many of the positive aspects of this game being contagious. I think the negative ones are too.
Yeah, I mean, Willie C has been thrown into the fire, and it's kind of unfair for us to expect him not to have a struggle bus time. So quickly 0-2 on Riley. Hopefully can battle out. Hang something, Peterson, please.
Riley's quickly behind.
But it feels like in the
third, Albies at first. And Peterson ready. Foul.
Oh, that was it.
Good cut.
Mislocation on the inside fastball, but
Dark clouds
fouled it back.
behind us here at Truist Park. As we told you, it's warm and very humid tonight.
Radar looked like it's just kind of going around us, so hopefully that will be the case.
Some thunder rumbling off in the distance. See some thunder from Riley right here. 0-2 pitch. Ozzie's running and fouled back to the screen.
We're trying to run more, which I really like. It's just
A million times. Sometimes you have to try easier. But a lot easier said than done. If you need a battle. Peterson's got his changeup grip ready to go. Let's see if he sticks with that pitch with 2 strikes. Albies again leads at first. Freeman from third. Runner goes. Pitch is taken high. The throw is way high at second. And this time
Ozzie was able to stay the bag there. 1-2. Second and third. 2 outs.
Maybe he had something on Peterson's delivery
That was a little bit of an awkward slide.
would have been safe the first time had he not come off the base. That time he had a huge lead. And came off it again, but fortunately they weren't there to apply the tech.
Put some spider tack on the bases.
It means 2 runs. Good stop by McCann.
Good take, good take. Tried the back foot slider. I don't know how many more chances Kyle's gonna get.
In the third inning. Go to the other big score. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 15-7 today.
I really like his stuff, but
In the home third. Runners second and third, 2 outs.
Come on, Rye.
And a single, now a stolen base. And a good fight here.
Good fight, good fight. Fouled off a good breaking ball there. Come on. You want to find some green. 7-pitch at bat. Really good at bat. Deserves a reward. Come on, bud.
Riley, another one of the Braves who's done good work since mid-May. Against lefties, he's hitting over 300 against them. And with each passing pitch, you figure he's got a better feel for what Peterson has or is trying to do.
Good take. High fastball. 3-2.
Just a moment ago, before the nine, it's a full count.
Yeah, he thought some good pitches.
Come on, Rod. Come on, Rod.
Climbed the ladder there. Couldn't get him to bite. See if he goes back to that changeup that he got Ronald to swing over the top of last at bat.
Get out.
He did, and he hung it a little bit. Austin fouled it off.
Meatball changeup, but again, out front a little bit, but was able to foul it off.
Peterson trying all he can to dry off on this sticky night.
Come on, Rod. Come on.
So another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a line.
Yeah, that boy, Rod. Incredible at bat by Riley. 2-run single. Hopefully that'll just take the pressure off of everybody because that was absolutely amazing. Woo!
You love seeing that. You love seeing guys battle and battle and battle and get rewarded.
We scored 4 runs. Oh, my God. And it's only the 3rd inning.
What a great result. And a tough at bat.
8 pitches.
So the Braves 3 out of 6 with runners in scoring position in this series. All this trouble coming with 2 outs.
2-out magic. That a boys.
Atlanta, second run for Riley, 36 RBIs. 4-2, good guys tonight.
Dansby didn't mean to on that one.
Away, strike 1.
Guys, whether they're supposed to be good or not, I mean, they also have to take the bull by the horns. I mean, you could say pitching coach, and maybe we'll go in a different direction soon, but it's also up to the player to be effective. 1-1.
Freeman has reached the milestone. Tom, he's scored 2.
And Freddie reached 900 runs. Gotta love 2-out rally stuff.
Elite company.
Yeah, good for him. That's a nice number. Good company. And like you said, hopefully he's going to continue to just climb that list.
1 ball, 1 strike. Dansby shoots one toward right. Conforto on the right.
Yay! Conforto didn't get that one.
And Riley all the way around to third base.
Dunker. Dunker.
Dansby hits the ball to right twice. He's rewarded.
Dansby's hitting the ball to right again. This is good. This is good.
Oh, I really love the approach tonight.
Now, can we do this against every pitcher where
Send it right off the end of the bat into a perfect spot. Good luck for Dansby. Bad luck for Peterson. We'll take it.
finally got some luck?
He would tell you after the game that at the point of contact, he had no idea where that ball was going.
No, he was looking towards left field.
Found some green.
No, he doesn't need asserts. He's just making sure the TV cameras don't spill the secrets of what he's trying to tell David Peterson here. Who's had a long 3rd inning. Line out by Fried, strikeout of Acuna in a great sequence. Walk, single, single, single. 2 runs are in, and the Braves have taken their first lead.
Walk, single, single, single. That you love. That you love.
Started Atlanta's second. 4-2 Braves. Atlanta already with 6 hits. 5 singles and a home run from Ronald.
Come on, G. Come on, G. Good take. High fastball.
Strikes.
But Gosman also struggled with the Reds. So,
As muggy as it is,
again, you just don't know.
exerting here. Ready, the seventh man to hit for the Braves. Shot towards short.
Yeah. Why was he that far back in the grass?
That will retire the side. A Riley rally. Indeed it was. The Braves get 2 runs with 2 outs. A walk and 3 straight singles. Max Fried's got a lead now. It's 4-2.
Come on, Max. Put up a donut, bud. Put up a donut.
When you think of an airline, you think of the big things. And for the last year, we've all been dealing with the biggest thing yet, a virus we can't even see. So as you return to the world,
I'm going to flambe when it's on.
Have you flambéed before?
One time.
Instruct you have to take it.
It's an easy one for Bednar, and he will flip it to first.
I don't. It stinks when it doesn't work out. But I mean, with pitchers or with batters or with any player that doesn't work out in your organization and then go crushes in another one. But it's just the nature of sports, and
Back bench, Scotty, I heard you giggle there. You're starting to feel it. 1 out, 1 tap. I know you are.
it's our bullpen was so elite last year that you couldn't expect them to be that elite again, especially in a 162. It's just been consistently inconsistent like this entire team, and baseball in any sport is unknown. So that's the
Vanderbilt's had 3 base runners. They've all reached on walks. That's it.
crappy reality sometimes when things aren't going your way as a team. When things are going well collectively, you can look over things that are bad, but as a team this year, we've been consistently inconsistent on every single level. So everything gets magnified when a reliever doesn't do well or has been off, or the offense has been as inept as it has been for the last 11 games or whatever the case is. It's just the reality.
With 2 outs in the first against Max. Since then,
2-0 to Pete Alonso to begin the 4th. All the way back, Max.
6 strikeouts in his return from the injured list tonight.
Three-0. Make him earn it. Make him earn it, bud. Make him earn it.
In your opinion, deserves strong consideration for the Braves. Charlie Morton
deserves it. Luke Jackson definitely deserves it. Austin deserves it. So I would say those guys for sure.
Rayo pitch.
Got the green light, 3-1.
Had the green light, 3-1 the count.
Good fastball, however. Fouling it off. Come on, Max. Put up a donut, bud.
And the honors for the junior circuit, as the Rays were defeated in the World Series last year by Los Angeles. A Midsummer Classic, just a couple of weeks away. The pitch.
Leadoff walk.
Snaps Fried 7 up, 7 down streak, and is his second pass.
Tried to overthrow that fastball there.
We mentioned a couple of times thunder and lightning all around the ballpark. Here's a live look at it, brought to you by Xfinity.
Roll it up. Roll it up.
The weather is around us. Hopefully it stays north of us.
Yes, stay away.
Roll it up.
Well, the good news is it's raining the tomato patch at Dr. No Hagalimas. Coming Georgia Mansion.
Roll it up, Max. Roll it up.
Keep that rain away from Atlanta in Truist Park, where the Braves lead 4-2. Here's McCann. He walked his first time up.
Powder River right on by.
Good breaking step. I don't think his fastball gets enough appreciation. He's got a really good one.
He does. It's got a lot of life on it.
Roll it up, Max. 0-1 to McCann.
Certainly is a huge pitch for him. Sets up that breaking ball, that slider, when he's able to command that fastball.
Popped up toward right. Acuna read that
Popped up.
And makes the play.
To right, Acuna got it. 1 out.
I don't think he gets enough notice for. He holds runners and controls the running game very well. His ability to stand like a stork on one leg and force the base runner to decide is he coming first or going home is really an effective bit of deception.
Yeah, look, and it's all about, like we talked
Yeah,
about.
I mean, shutouts are really, really good. Really big confidence boosts, and actually we've had 8 of those this year, so, and a lot, 5 in our last 13, and so it's
and make it hard for him to decide when to go. And you're right, Max does a pretty good job of having, that normal delivery, having that
91 fastball down.
Type delivery, and then that
0-1.
goes really
Perfect
slow.
pitch
He's made up his mind when he
to McKinney. Hopefully he can get a roller. 2 for the price of 1 here. Get us back in the box.
Too often when you try to do that and make a decision midpoint, you get caught in between and bad things happen.
95 fastball. Up and away, perfectly placed. I like wins no matter how we get them. But
really, really well. So much so that all those throws to first and Acuna not really feeling comfortable with how quick he was both to the plate and to first base, forced him to dive into the bag a lot, which took some of the steam out of his legs.
Absolutely.
nasty slider dispatches of McKinney.
7 strikeouts from Axe and 2 are out.
Well, a lot of people aren't a big fan of Snitker, how he handles things, but when you have such an inconsistent bullpen and honestly an inconsistent team, it's like pulling names out of a hat. Look, I don't like all of the decisions Snitker makes either, but it's. See, that's a pass ball that doesn't need to happen there. Why are you even trying to backhand that? It's a curveball. Get down and get over. Get over on that, man. That was just lazy. That's just lazy there, boys. 1-0. Back-to-back breaking balls. That one's better. That is a pass ball. I don't care. That's just not good. Come on. Pick him up, Max. Pick him up. Get out somewhere.
This will be his 61st. Fly ball, jammed him just a bit, and
Oh, thank God. Jammed him on the inside fastball just enough. Fly out. The pass ball low pitch doesn't hurt, and the leadoff walk does not hurt. Let's try to add on. Mississippi State up 3-0 first and second, 1 out, 0-1 for Mississippi State, trying to add on, and with Vanderbilt's offense kind of feels
Can't reiterate the numbers. He's got 30 more walks than he does strikeouts this season. So he's the guy that you've got to give credit to for his eye and pitch
look, everybody, I don't know that I know a person that enjoys watching a manager manage. I don't know that any fan or anybody likes to watch a manager manage when the moves don't work out.
0-2 single from Luke Hancock after he didn't agree with the second strike call.
Yes, first half that was a sac fly to drive one in. This time 0-2. Head movement. Still just trying to hit it. Words pitch gets the RBI.
Yeah, the add-on runs are more important than ever. But
Bat by Austin Riley fought off a couple of handfuls worth of pitches from Peterson and then rifled a 2-run single to give Brian Snitker's Braves.
singles are good too, guys. Singles are good too. I do wish that Snitker would have a little bit more fire and get thrown out a little more. But I mean, you get the pieces that you get.
I get a couple guys on. Max can bunt them over and keep adding on.
Come on, Aber.
Swing and a drive hit to left center field. That's well hit. McKinney return. That ball's off the middle of the wall. Almonte on his way to second.
Attaboy. Abe with the double. Much deserved. Much deserved. Snaps a 0 for 1 for 30 something. A hang and change up did not do much.
Good swing by Almonte. Drove that ball left center field gap. That ball has some carry on it. I thought it was going to split the gap. Did not think it was going to hit the wall, but good start to the inning.
Here you got Kevin Smith. Do something positive, Kevin.
Kevin Smith takes a strike.
Took a fastball.
Well, so far the Braves are following your script perfectly. There's one guy on. Let's see if Smith can do it.
Exactly.
Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev.
Starting for the 11th time with the Braves. He bounced down to third. His lone at bat so far.
Productive out, bud, at the very least.
That
Go.
got away. Streaking toward third is Almonte. Thank you very much.
Wild pitch, pass ball, whatever you want to call it, gets him to third.
Good secondary lead. Good read. And
Good read, good base running by Abe there.
Oh, hit the plate. Right through the 5-hole.
Right through the wickets. That was more of a wild pitch than a pass ball. Because I think McCann was right there. It just good bounce, good ricochet.
So the Braves have a couple of cracks to drive home the 5th run tonight. Smith, the 8th place hitter. 1-1 pitch, infield in. And a shot through.
Hey! Kevin Smith did something good.
Baseball for the Braves. It's 5-2.
5-2. 5-2. Woohoo!
As you said, those struggles with wrist are going to end at some point, and looks like they are ending now. Peterson down at a catcher's crouch behind the mound. So if he did something to look at pitch, bent at the waist at the point of contact, you wonder if, as hot as it is, maybe he's run out of gas. Look how red-faced he is.
Peterson might be
Hopefully that's it. Hopefully he didn't hurt himself. Looks like he might be pointing to his side, though.
Kevin Smith might be melting to the Atlanta Heat or side or something.
And in what has been an injury-plagued season for the
And Peterson's night is done.
is going to have to leave.
Hey, I always yell at the TV for Kevin Smith to do something positive. He's going to eventually do something positive, you would have hoped.
First, Max Fried coming up, and Sean Reed Foley, who is warming up in the 4th inning.
Never like to see anybody injured. That's the first. Well, okay, Kevin Smith had a few good walks, but I think that's the first bit of good contact since his RBI single in one of the last game at Miami in a road trip mid June. But I gotta give Kevin Smith credit. He's done great thing. He's done really good things tonight. So that is good.
With free cancellation, you can't go wrong with Hotels.com. Also, you're out of milk. Runners on first and second. It'll give way to Chris McElvain. Logan Tanner has an RBI in 5 straight games now. Here comes the sophomore, McElvain. This has been Vanderbilt at the World Series in a nutshell. The misplays in the field and the inability to produce at the plate. They haven't got a hit yet. They've committed 2 errors, and Walker's out of the game. Third time through the order.
I don't know. I mean,
The state has put up 4 hits in the inning.
yeah. I don't think any of the NL East has really played up to their potential. And the NL West is clearly the best division, top to bottom in baseball, honestly. So we'll see. I mean, it's jumbled, it's bunched, and some of that due to injury and unfortunateness. The Rays are good, but the loss of Glasnow and things has kind of put a damper on their thing. But of course, they're always going to be there.
Strike for McElvain. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, it's been one injury after another for Luis Rojas.
Sean Reed-Foley, he was really good for the Mets when Taijuan Walker went out with his side injury.
They have to hold their breath to a certain degree because of the injury problems he's had to deal with this year. That doesn't even get Tom into all the position players that have been banged up.
No, it's been a tough go for him, and that starting rotation has really
Was really good for them in a spot, but
continue to lose bodies.
Max trying to bunt here, took a 95er.
ERA is under 3. Pretty remarkable. That's why they
Trying to do the little thing here for Max, 0-1.
try to get back to it in 4.5 if they can knock him off tonight. It'll take Reed-Foley long to get hot. Reed shows bunt. And drew the bat back. It's a called strike.
I don't know. He's not acting like he wants to bunt on those, but quickly 0-2.
Is arguably the best hitter among the Braves pitchers. Huascar Ynoa might have an argument about that. Fried entered play at 313. He's got 5 sacrifices.
Well, you can at least qualify it by saying at the moment.
Right, there you go. And he hits left-handed, so I know that gives him an advantage in your eyes, right?
Exactly.
Pitch. Bunted hard back to the mound. They're screaming go 2.
Woo-hoo! A terrible, terrible throw by Reed-Foley. Helps us out. 2nd and 3rd, no outs.
Yeah, it looked like Lindor had a chance to catch that ball. I don't know.
I think Lindor whiffed it, but it wasn't the best of throws, but definitely wasn't the best of throws, but I think he could have at least prevented it from going into center field, but he didn't. And we are set up big time, 2nd and 3rd. No outs for Ronald Acuna Jr.
So we'll see who gets the error on that play. It's a fielder's choice. And now Acuna
Put the ball in play. Something good might happen. And it did there.
And the error does go to Reed-Foley, as it should. Second and third, nobody out. Chance to
Whoa.
really drop the hammer here.
Ronald was going for the downs on that one. Anxious 0-1 dirt ball slider.
That's exactly what happened tonight. The Braves have shaken up things offensively.
Yeah, they have. Both teams really good with.
Don't try to do too much, bud. You're good. That's why you got 3 pitches.
We're able to do it early on here. The Braves are at 5, so see if we can keep adding on and add to that statistic.
Ugh. Over anxious. 0-2. 2 good. Well, the second slider was a good slider. Just
447-foot homer in the first inning.
come on, Ronnie. Battle out. You're good.
And of late, the Braves' struggles as a team with runners at second and third have been mirrored by Ronald, who's 2 for his last 21.
Yeah, he's been pretty patient all year long, not chasing that slider. Chased 2 in this at bat.
Not there.
Good try by
Didn't chase that one. Good take there.
Zone, he didn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So technically could be 2-1, 3-0, but 1-2. But that was a good take. But again,
On the ground, and McNeil with the pick. The first good stretch by Alonso, no advance.
ground out.
First out of the inning.
Little over anxious there for Ronnie. Not a great at bat, but
Played the shift, that paid dividends, and now Freddie Freeman's the batter.
Freddie, hopefully you can pick him up. At least get 1.
Scored 2.
Come on, Freddie. Come on, Freddie.
Lightning flashing above. You think about Robert Redford in the natural. Hope he's got 1.
Come on, Freddie. Come on, Freddie. Pick him up. Pick Ronnie up. Pick Ronnie up.
Starting to look and play like Freddie Freeman again. 26 hits in his last 20 games, hitting over 340 in that stretch.
Nose in trouble. Pick him
If
up.
someone would pay, they're starting to. The pitch. Right there, a strike going.
96. Right there. 0-1. Come on, guys. Got to get 1 at least. Got to get 1 at least. Don't give him any hope. High fastball. 1-1.
Evens the count. Freddie hits one right at the second base umpire, Chris Guccione. He'll be in good shape. 1 ball, 1 strike. And in the
Dirt slider. 2-1.
Credit free with a sacrifice, by the way. Mike Stannis, the official score.
2-1.
With a good throw, they would have gotten the runner at second, and that's accurate. So just change that scoring.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's probably, get excited. It happens.
Right over the Braves bullpen in right center. 2-1.
Dirt ball. Fastball. 3-1. He's been a little over anxious in those spots since coming back from his back issue, but again, he's not going to come through every time. He's going to come through 8 out of 10 times. Usually it just sometimes doesn't work.
They're losing the game 5-2. The pitch. Looked into left field. That's
Yeah. Station to station. Another RBI for MVP 3. 6-2. Looper. Finding some holes.
So close the book on Peterson. He's allowed 6 Atlanta runs tonight. He allowed
When the tongue's coming out, you know good things are happening. Come on, Oz. Is that a way to pick up Ronnie?
So Ozzy with a perfect night digs in. He's 2 for 2. Well, it's been a long time coming for Atlanta. They need a big offensive game, get some confidence, and hopefully keep it rolling tomorrow night. Because look at the Browns lying in wait for New York.
Come on, Oz. Come on, Oz.
Too, not just with the long ball. Timely hitting with runners in scoring position.
Went for the downs there. 0-1 fastball. Hey, but good swing.
Reds has been on the field an awful lot in the first inning, the third inning, and again here in the fourth.
Good swing. Good swing.
Scored 2.
Come on. Do a job, bud. Do a job.
4 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They've only struck out twice. And a looper into right field.
Get down. 3 for 3, Oz. Hey, see? Singles work too, boys. Singles work too. Getting jammed works. 7. Touchdown, boys.
Yep, Ozzy up and in on him a little bit, got jammed the touch, but able to
Jam shots are good. Jam shots are good.
RBI. Braves keep adding on.
Yeah, when Ronald and Freddie and Ozzy are going, or at least 2 of them, it's definitely an underrated trio.
Picked up 10 hits already.
It is so underrated.
Austin Riley's long at bat in the third inning. His single broke the tie, and the Braves offense hasn't stopped hitting since.
Come on, Rye. Come on, Rye.
The 7th man to hit.
Ah.
And taps that one right off the plate for a strike. Almonte broken 0 for 21 with the
Jackson, I don't know if I've interacted with you a lot, but thanks again for watching. It's been really cool.
Acuna grounds out, then back-to-back single.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And
Sean Reed Foley in place of David Peterson, who left with injury.
Come on, Rye. Ugh, nasty slider there. 0-2. Seven two.
Max Fried's bobblehead coming up tomorrow.
First and second.
1st of July. And good matchup, Ian Anderson and Jacob deGrom. And as some light rain is beginning to fall now here at the ballpark. Fans moving to the concourse, the pitch.
Good take. Outside slider. Light rain beginning to fall at the ballpark. Good take again. Dirt ball slider. Riley and Dansby, if they lay off that slider and use the big part of the field, that's when they are at their best offensively. And Riley's been hitting into some hard luck, just like the entire offense, but really, really good tonight to this point.
2-2. Line drive right field. Wanted it back.
Line drive right field again. Ooh. Another RBI single by Riley through that vacant shifted hole. First and third, 1 out. 3 RBIs on the night.
Love seeing him driving that ball the other way.
Woo! Sight for sore eyes type of game, boys.
As someone wiser than I once said, that's not foul territory over there. And if they're going to shift on you,
Freddie Wheels has been testing Conforto.
adjust to you, and Riley has done that beautifully tonight.
Yeah.
So 8 runs on 11 hits for the Braves offense tonight.
Dansby trying to get in on the party. 95 fastball away. 1st and 3rd.
Last time the Braves scored as many as 8 runs in a game was June 18th when they whipped the Cardinals 9-1. Also a game pitched by Max Fried. And New York's bullpen is getting busy.
2-0 count.
Zappucki will be making his debut if he comes into tonight's game. Swanson 1 for 2 on the night. Driven out of play, foul.
Good swing.
Rays
Had the
have
right
6
approach.
in scoring position tonight. They're most in a game since May 21st against the Pirates. And to go back to what I said, as remarkable as that is, maybe the bigger number is, Tom, they only struck out twice.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're battling. They've been fouling off some, spoiling us some good pitches.
Maybe we just need to see lefties all the time.
Make another pitch and they make a mistake.
Or, I don't know. I mean, just simplify things like
2 balls and a strike.
good take. 3-1. I think we just need to simplify things like our pitchers have.
Sean Reed Foley supposedly has a really good split-fingered pitch. He hasn't been able to command that yet. Three balls, 1 strike. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Big inning for the Braves. And
Good take. Bases loaded on the walk. 1 out.
So Sean Reed Foley has come in. He's faced 6 hitters and he's retired 1 of them. His throwing error has led to his own demise so far in the inning. And the Braves have him loaded. So we'll bring up Guillermo Heredia. He will be Tom, the 9th man to hit in the inning, and he is our Georgia Natural Gas Greener Life Impact player.
Yeah, we'll see his last 8 games. 302 at home this season. 7 games versus the Mets, 333 with a 478 on base percentage. In his last 13 games overall, hitting 378 with a 500 on base percentage. 14 hits, 7 extra base hits. He's done a
Add-on runs
not only playing center field,
are so glorious
with the bat
on
as well.
so many. How about GH? GH?
So Heredia is the 9th man to hit in the inning.
Hit hard somewhere, but do a job.
Heredia digs in.
Good take. Not you.
Man, you talk about a pitcher's pitch, bottom of the zone, split the plate, and call a strike.
Not you. Usually don't get that call when you're springing around. But
Probably both teams probably gave up 3 home runs, so then we can get a grand slam now.
About a 23-minute inning for the Braves offense.
good take.
Again,
Low fastball.
thunder and lightning flashing all around the ballpark. I mean, there's no rest for the Mets defenders. Look at them pawing around and pacing and shuffling their feet. They've been on their feet a long time.
1-1.
Rest for Max Fried. He's already scored a run here in the Braves' 4-run 4th.
Two one. On a slider again. I don't think that. I think it was a slider. 2-1.
Instead of blowing straight out over the Braves bullpen, it's now blowing toward the left field stands. Foley ready. His 2-1 pitch. Line drive left center field. That's going to
Woo! Merry-go-round.
2-run score. Swanson at second. Heredia has doubled on the pair.
Heredia. Heredia double. 10-2. I would say save some of it for tomorrow, but we face DeGrom, so you're not going to get a lot of chances tomorrow regardless, I think. So just keep going.
So it's a 6-run fourth, and the Braves have turned the lights out on Sean Reed Foley. Thomas Szapucki will step in and pitch for New York. Atlanta's big fourth-inning frame continues when we return to Truist Park next.
Oh, the lights out chop, one of my favorites.
Get on top of the highway. See? Where do you want this at, Chris? Wait, what?
Is this one of your State Farm commercials?
Myers in from right. End of inning. Joey Votto begins it with noise and funk. Powers a homer to right field. Expands the lead and continues to edge his place in Reds history.
It takes one small action to start something we can decide to act upon. A friendly face at the right time can start something wonderful. Game Network.
Hey, Jessica, you did great today.
Thanks, dear.
You went for a run. More of a walk run. You also chose an organic beer to Jessica.
To Jessica.
New Course Pure with 3 simple ingredients. It's organic but chill on.
Big wins can come from small taps. Online or on the road, success is at your fingertips. Synovus.
Well, they have DeGrom going tomorrow, so I don't think...
2 is your score. Atlanta has scored 6 times and still batting here in the bottom fourth inning. The Infinity Club is Truist Park's largest climate control.
And so DeGrom's basically his own middle starter, middle reliever, almost. But yeah, but I think though with this guy, Barucki making his major league debut for a while, if they can.
Braves are 7 for 9 tonight, Tom, with runners in scoring position, and that is the challenge for young Thomas Szapucki.
I'm sorry.
Major league debut in Atlanta against the Braves right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming in and you're making your debut against an offense that is absolutely rolling at the moment. So he's got a tall order ahead of him.
Szapucki,
a 5th-round pick out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. That's taken in 2015. He was a Tommy John surgery returnee. Pitched in 2019 at low A, high A, and double A. So he's made the jump from double A to the big leagues in rapid sequence. That was his body of work with their AAA Syracuse club.
Monte back up.
1 out, and the first one right back to the mound. And he's going to look the runner to first throw.
Say.
And the run is going to score.
Whoa, that was weird.
He waited, and halfway
I don't think he got Almonte on that. But
too late to get the Braves base runner.
we got a run. Not really sure how.
They got the out, but it cost Szapucki and the Mets a run.
Yeah, right there you got to run at Dansby and you got to run him back.
I don't think. Yeah, you definitely have to.
Run to third.
I don't think Alonso got. I guess he did.
A little bit your
Gift run there. Should have ran Dansby back to the bag and didn't. So we got a gift run. Oh God!
Backstop, and it ricochets back to the pitcher. Wow, did you see Alan Porter do the do-si-do to get out of
Whew.
the
And then a very wild pitch that was very wild. Yeah, why not throw it to the plate? Well, if you throw it to the plate, then Del Monte probably, because you got to run him back to third on that, but kind of sped up on Sabucky being its first appearance, I think, and he was like, oh God, I got the ball now, what do I do with it? So that was a bit of a benefit there. That was so wild, that was a benefit of
was up for the second time in this inning.
no, it was second and third, one out.
When it happens for your team than against your team.
That pitch was so wild, it was good for the Mets there. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two, 1. Check swing on a fastball down.
Be in play when we get to the 5th inning. Freed's got to finish that inning with this lead, qualify for the win. He's been sitting forever. And he has a chance to come up for the second time, by the way. But now has a 9-run lead. Braves have scored 11 unanswered runs. Pitch is on the ground, foul at third. Look at Heredia do a pirouette. 2-2.
Deeper foul. Yeah. Of course, if I was on the mound, I probably wouldn't know what to do with the ball either. If it came right back to me. I mean, you do know, but in the
field for over a half an hour.
circumstances. Three, 2. Some good at bats for Kevin tonight. This inning is
3 balls, 2 strikes.
longer than I think I've used this line before, but this inning's longer than an episode of Friends, and having it be our inning, really, really good.
As the crowd awaits a 3-2 pitch, and that's high, and Freed's coming up for the second time in the inning.
A walk, first and third, 2 outs, and when your pitcher comes up for the second time in an inning, that's a positive, very, very positive thing.
Not all that often at all where you get to hit twice in 1 inning as a pitcher.
But Morton's probably looking at this like, seriously? Sort of. I mean, but
On his first out, his first walk, his first wild pitch out of the way.
come on, Max. You deserve a hit. Or a... Yeah.
First and third with 2 outs. So I was wrong about the wild pitch. Nobody advanced on that ball back to the bricks. So that was still a wild pitch. What exactly? But not the standard, right? Wild pitch. Thank you, Tom. No ball,
Yeah,
strike.
well,
Good cut out of play.
what are we at?
Well, I'm sure on the other side of things for the Mets, they're probably saying, all right, Atlanta, get this out of your system tonight because we've got DeGrom tomorrow.
Well, I was going to say too, but the only guy that's probably waning in his enthusiasm for what's going on right now is Ian Anderson. He's wanting to save some for tomorrow.
There's a wild pitch that's going to advance 1 runner, but already is in a rundown. And the pitcher applies the tag. That's pretty remarkable that Guillaume was as spry as he was after a half an hour plus on the base pass.
That was weird.
12 men come to the plate. 7 of them score. It took over 32 minutes, and it was worth every moment. Atlanta routing the Mets.
How can you have 2 wild pitches that do that? I don't think I've ever seen that hit the bricks at the perfect amount. That should have been an extra run, but then weren't. That's kind of weird there. But hopefully Max will come out and attack, have no residual effects and yeah, effectively wild pitches survive. I don't think I've seen two pitches in one sequence bounce back to the catcher as perfectly as those last two did.
He almost touches the ground, and he knew it as soon as he felt that sweet spot on the bat. Catch it up front, you keep it fair, but there's no more room. That's gonna get down. Sliding to Brew delivers it.
Hopefully Max can get just quick outs, and 7 runs. I like these the recaps where I'm not going to be able to remember all the offensive highlights, and it's been a while for that. So definitely a sight for sore eyes and just fun.
Five-star backyards, yellow with rain pressure in the pocket.
Back with your Xfinity game break raise it next. You heard Chip mention it. Here's the visual to go along. Washington looking for that 2-game sweep and a birthday to remember for Trey Turner. Not a bad way to celebrate 28, becoming the 4th player in modern era to hit for 3 careers.
Yeah, I'll pay attention to the crown when we get when it gets going. Yeah, I definitely will, because I'm definitely a homer in terms of all our sports teams.
The switch of Schwarber to the leadoff spot has certainly paid dividends for the Washington Ball Club. And in the month of June, Washington has got the best record in the division. 19-9 are the Nationals this month.
Well, and that's the kind of run you want to see the Braves get on, right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. And, you know, the move with Schwarber obviously has paid off for some reason. I don't know. Just like we talked about the move with Ronald a couple of years ago from the 4-hole to the leadoff spot. So they're rolling. I mean, they're a dangerous team.
So Max Fried goes to work in the 5th inning as a light rain begins to fall.
Well, Max, strike.
3 outs, it then becomes an official game, and Atlanta's officially scalding New York. It's 11-2. Braves have 12 hits.
Dirt breaking ball 1-1. Yeah, I really like USA soccer and stuff like that. I don't really pay attention to MLS, but when our team gets together and all that, I definitely will pay attention more. 2-1. No walks, Max. Home.
Jeff McNeil waits on deck. He was double switched into the game during that long 4th inning. And fouled back.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good fastball there. So yeah, when we get our team rolling and good and see what we got, I'll definitely pay attention more to them. But I'm a huge international U.S. soccer, women's, men's, any of that. I'm really huge on that, obviously. But
Fried's got his side, and he's ready with his 66th pitch.
Slider fouled off.
He's getting a lot of playing time because Jonathan VR is banged up. We talked about that last night. Another Met offensive player who's beginning his rehab starts tonight with Syracuse. He's been out with a calf problem.
Come on, Max. Outs. But
Yeah, about him. Yeah. It's easy. I mean,
high breaking ball 3-2. No walk, bud. No walk.
Because they've had so many interchangeable parts this year. And then the bigger question, as Max readies with his 3-2 pitch, and it's a line drive into center field for a leadoff single.
No, didn't walk him. Leadoff single. Outs, bud. Outs.
They got so many guys down there. Who pays?
I was going to say, those guys at Syracuse are having a nice month. They are eating well.
Outs, Max. Outs. Jeff McNeil, the flying squirrel.
Brings up McNeil.
Outs.
McNeil was 1 for 3 last night. Also got hit by a pitch in the first inning from Charlie Morton. A breaking ball got him on the foot. And this one is cued toward third. That is going to spin foul.
Oh, thank God.
Riley gambled and guessed right.
That was a weird spinner.
Had it not turned left.
Yeah, ball had some spin on it. Looked like it might be trying to come back into fair ground.
That was a weird spinner. But that's kind of Jeff McNeil's luck. Luckily, that went foul.
McNeil 6 out of 16 head-to-head with Max Fried in his career. That's why this guy's such a good player. Hits lefties, hits righties, hits everybody.
Don't want to give him any hope
Small sample size because
with the top of the order looming. I know it's 11-2, but
so June 21st, a strained left hamstring.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find his swing. And like you say, righties, lefties, it don't matter when he's on his game.
dirt ball, fastball, 1-1. Come on, Max.
Somebody's found all these hamstring injuries, groin injuries, quad injuries.
Out, bud.
DEFCON 1 scenario that the sport
I get
full schedule this year after 60 games last year. Good
out, bud, out.
Soft tissue injuries this year. Mike Trout immediately comes to mind as one. Don't know that there's an explanation for it. Don't know that there's a reason.
2-1, laid off a breaking ball. Come on.
It's been an epidemic this year.
I can only offer you what Terry Pendleton used to say. You can't pull back.
Oh.
Guys are in too good a shape.
2-1, come on, bud. Out.
The second part, which is evident. I'm living proof of that. 2 balls and a strike.
I do think there is something to it, though.
Back to the mound. Oh, good play. Good throw to second.
Woo! Good gold glove play by Max there. Woo! And awesome feed to Dansby, too.
Second base. Gathers himself. Steps up the mound. Good throw to Dansby and the turn plenty of time.
Best twin kill in there.
But I just feel like guys in today's game work out so hard, so much. There's so many guys with such little body fat. I just
Break him all, get him in the count there.
can't help but think that a lot of them, because of it, are just so tightly wound that their body doesn't have much give in it.
I remember at the old ballpark, Fulton County Stadium, and we'll finish that thought in a minute. I don't even remember where the weight room was.
Really good plays by Max there. His own gold glove defender. It's official game now.
It's an official game, 11-2 Atlanta.
11-2, feeling sweet.
When it comes to social distancing, why stop at just 6 feet? Why stay inside when the great outdoors is still as great as ever? It's time to get
Wacky hair. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Throw strikes. They can put it in play.
while getting lost in everything. Start planning
And have a lot of fun.
times are close by.
But I don't know what it is. Max has been the run getter the last few years.
So feed the fam and the future with chicken, biscuits, fix and kinty. It's bow time.
Oh.
Like the offense, just like, okay, Max Fried's pitching, so now we can score. Not that makes any sense in a lot of ways, but baseball doesn't make sense in so many ways. Yes, Mississippi State looks like they're going to do it. Yes, that feels really good. 9-0. I'm not counting my chickens, but that's and my my uncle.
The efforts of Jordan and Allen. Bednar sees
Yeah. My uncle has
there you go.
my uncle has pitching laboratory at Mississippi State named after him, and so it feels, even though they're not my team, and I don't really have a team in college baseball except UNC Charlotte, because I went there. Feels good, and Mississippi State's such a good.
Bobby Jordan's had a terrific night. He's got 3 hits.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think he does need any more cherries, but it would have been really cool just to see him take the mound, just flop.
In a second. There he is. So Lindor is out of the game. Blankenhorn, I believe, will hit second, and he will.
They're giving Lindor a bit of time
As
off.
soon as we find out. So Max Fried is up. Max Fried was.
Don't hurt yourself, Max.
When Zappucki threw that wild pitch. And
Blankenhorn, Guillorme,
So Fried gets to lead off again.
I love Riley too.
Alan Porter is running for the hills. He doesn't know where the ball is going. Neither does McCann, and maybe Zappucki doesn't either.
He has had to be light on his feet back there tonight.
Don't hurt yourself, Max, but good swings.
Yeah, it was nice easy 93 right there.
Yeah. My uncle also coached at Florida. He was the coach when 2005 we lost to Texas in the final, but college baseball is a special place in the heart, and
Like you say, a lot of it, I think, in today's game is out of necessity.
feels good. Mississippi State's such a great sports school, and the legacy that they have. Hoping they can get couple. Breaking ball got away from Zappucki there. 2-2 for Max.
You can only imagine what's going through the mind of Thomas Zappucki in his first major league game, pitching for a first place team against their bitter rivals, the Braves. And there's his first strikeout, a perfectly placed pitch.
92 fastball, first strikeout. Congratulations for Zappucki.
It's the final week of the 2021 Google MLB All-Star Ballot, and Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, and Ozzie Albies are among the finalists. Vote daily at MLB.
Yeah, South Carolina has been a college baseball hotbed for so long. They were due for a rough patch, almost, but.
David Peterson started, left with injury, right side soreness. Sean Reed Foley relieved him, got one batter out. Now it's Zappucki, the third
Slider away for Ronald. 1-0. That was a good slider. 1-0, 1-1.
Action's begun in the Braves bullpen with an 11-2 lead. Jesse Chavez has gotten up. Jesse was a opener for the Braves, you'll recall, in Cincinnati on the last road trip.
Can take 2-1.
Yeah, I kind of thought the way he threw the ball, he might get himself a chance at a spot in the bullpen, and that has been the case.
Jesse Chavez and Josh Tomlin being the long men might not be a bad combo.
And to make
3-1.
the roster for Max Fried coming back, Sean Newcomb was sent back to Gwinnett. Sean can get some consistency in the strike zone. That's the point that Ryan Snitker made on his pregame Zoom tonight. Pitch. So Acuna popped out a play foul.
Oof, 91 fastball rifled back. Yeah, that's Ronald's thing. That the color and the brightness and not having Ozuna with the lime green. Ronald's kind of taking that post, which is cool with me. Do your thing.
Ronald 1 for 3 tonight. A long homer got the night off to a good start for the Braves. Then cut the Mets lead to 2-1. Atlanta has it.
Fouled off. 84 slider there. Would have been ball 4, but
to the weightlifting conversation. They told you to stay out of the weight room.
Yeah, you know, when I first got to the big leagues, weight training during the season was not part of the program. If it was very little, and certainly not for pitchers. Obviously became a much bigger part as time went on, but it was usually work out in the winter to get in shape, and then you didn't touch the weights during the season.
3-2 pitch, got it on his hands.
Jam job.
And his throw is off target, but Alonso makes the play. And there's out number 2.
That one probably hurt the bees there for Ronald. But still.
I mean,
yeah, well, that was later, so that was mid-90s. Not weightlifting, but a big part of the routine, as you can see. I mean, don't kid yourself.
That might be the greatest baseball commercial ever.
What do you mean, might be?
Oh, sorry. I don't want to boost your ego too much for your big golf tournament this weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Stay level-headed, man.
You get one more week with me, and then Frenchie's back. You're in trouble.
It's truly a pleasure. Believe me. Freddie Freeman scored 3 runs tonight.
No, Ronald is the ultimate swag.
And the offense has been spread around all up and down the lineup tonight. Already is the only Brave starter that doesn't have a hit among the position players tonight.
Yeah, he does.
Cracks that one deep toward right. That's over Conforto's head. That's off the padded wall. Freddie's chugging for 2. Here comes the throw.
He's outran Conforto's arm 4 times. Jeez. Freddie Wheels.
He's starting to hit fastballs. He's starting to hit lefties. He's starting to hit the ball line to line.
Yeah, he's really getting his swing going. He had a 4-hit night up in New York last week. 3-hit night here tonight with a walk. Yeah, he's been swinging it much better. Driving the ball, driving the fastball. We've kept saying that pitchers are going to start to pay sooner or later, and sooner has arrived.
Like how he stuck the landing at second base, too. He used that edge of the bag to stay on it. So Ozzie Albies perfect 3 for 3 tonight. Way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ozzie's had a great month. More on that with tonight's Zaxby's indescribably good play.
Ozzie.
All kinds of extra base hits in June. Ton of RBIs, leads second baseman in extra base hits, RBIs. It's had a great month.
1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a drive. Ozzie on the run.
Woo! Whew. Wow. Holy jeez. Ozzie crushed that ball. He absolutely obliterated that thing. Yeah.
And for a team that's been looking for an offensive explosion, boy, have they gotten it in spades tonight.
Jeez, Marie. That is fun. Panda hugs allure.
Most runs for the Braves since they scored 20 against the Pirates.
For all their struggles with runners in scoring position, the 2-3-4 hitters are 6 for 6 tonight.
Love it. This has been a lot of fun. 13 runs, 14 hits.
Man, yeah, he is Trout versus lefties. Oh, God. All right. Didn't Heredia get a double when Chip said he was the only one without a hit?
Albies 4 hits. Riley 3 hits. That'll work for your 2, 3, 4 spots, won't it?
Yeah, you get that every night. You're not going to lose a lot of games.
Didn't I swear Heredia got a double, didn't he?
And here's
So
Ozzy's last swing.
Yeah, it looked like, I don't know if it was a slider or a fastball that he pulled. Ozzy hits that ball right-handed like lefties hit the down-and-in ball. He just flips the bat head, and he's so strong.
Phew, Ozzy.
Ball off the facing of the
Extra base hit king.
So homers in back-to-back games for Albies.
I swear both Almonte and Heredia got a double, I thought. But when you can't remember all the hits, I think that's a good thing. But
the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Braves tonight, Tom, are 10 for 11. I don't think I've ever seen a game where that's happened.
I don't know that I have either.
0-2 for Dansby. Let's have that good problem more often, shall we?
Similar results tomorrow night.
We're not gonna.
For the Braves, Jacob DeGrom for the Mets.
Well, say Jacob DeGrom's due for a clunker, maybe, but
No balls, 2 strikes.
what's a clunker for Jacob DeGrom? Like giving him 3 runs?
The 1-2 pitch for the Braves shortstop. That one on the ground to Guillorme. He'll flip to second, and that will retire the side. Another big inning for the Braves. 2 more runs thanks to Ozzy's 14th homer.
I thought so. So everybody except Max has a hit, I think. Yeah. So but yeah, I thought so.
We're good. Yeah, we lost.
What are we gonna do?
Give me a machete. I can go to shoulder.
I do not have a machete.
Oh, now who came unprepared?
You know, you don't get lost going bowling.
No, you're making a mistake here.
What are you doing?
I'm streaming the season finale.
You have a signal.
Yeah, I got Spectrum Mobile, so they're the fastest overall.
Trying to plug in my
Oh, yeah.
computer here. There we go.
Feels like you're on your phone now.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile for the fastest overall speeds.
Woo!
Coast to coast.
Hopefully we can string some more consistency, 5 to 6 runs, 4, 5, 6 runs a game, and not have them in one game, even though it's exciting when it happens. But I am not complaining tonight whatsoever.
CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Limited time. Pick 3 smart home devices with the purchase of a new security system. CPI.
I was kind of thinking about last night. I know we lost and it was 3-0 and we were cruising, but I almost thought about if you first and second, 2 outs in the 6th, you could go Adrianza there, and then
Braves tonight, 13-2 our score. And before we get started back with the action, let's enjoy a quick message from our friends at Landmark.
no, I haven't got the opportunity to do the All-Star Game stuff, and unfortunately with it being taken away from Atlanta. That makes it more difficult for me, but
Braves have swung it tonight. Jesse Chavez with the Max Fried. This is not a surprising move, is it, Tom, with the huge Atlanta lead?
No, it's not. Max coming off of the IL with a blister issue. You got a huge lead. Yeah, give him.
No, but I love watching it. And if Ronald's in the home run derby, and Ozzie and Freddie, I will watch their at bats and
Second go round with the Braves.
things.
Jesse Chavez, he looked good in Cincinnati.
He sure did. He threw the ball.
Oh yeah, you're right. With you being in Denver, that kind of makes it.
You love a couple of innings out of him tonight. If you can get it, he'll start with
Jesse Chavez in the ball game.
who swings the first pitch and skies it toward left. That ball carries out to the warning track.
Blankenhorn almost went bridge, but carries to left a little bit tonight too.
Seriously, but I would imagine we'll see some early swings in the count with a 13-2 game on our hands.
Quick out for Jesse. Hopefully get two or so. Save the pin, so to speak, for tomorrow. And obviously.
Let's have 2 runs on 3 hits. Both runs and 2 of those knocks came in the first inning. Pete Alonso hit a home run. Max Fried, 5 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, and Chavez gets the second out. Conforto out after 2 pitches.
Two pitches, or no, 3 pitches, 2 outs. That's the efficiency we work with, boys.
So far, disaster. Max Fried's in line to win this game tonight for the Rays.
Don't even put that out in the universe there, Chip. Please, because we know how university your comments can be at times.
You will be participating in the home run derby. Trevor Story, Shohei Ohtani, and Trey Mancini, I believe, are the other participants as we know them now. It's almost certain that Ronald Acuna Jr. will either be invited or wants to participate. I asked the Braves media relations staff if there's any notification of when we'll get that answer. There's still time, but haven't heard this evening. And that's no knock on them, but I'm sure
2 quick strikes on Alonso and fastballs.
Tom's had a chance to hit the ball out in Denver.
Yeah, no question about it. I can't think of too many that I would put ahead of the invite list than Ronald at the moment. So I would be surprised if he's not in it, unless he chooses not to be in it.
Alonso was walking away. He thought
that was that was the middle of the plate, and it's 13-2.
Well, he had a right to think that was strike 3. It was.
Oh my goodness.
I'll throw it there again.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fun game to be at, and
There we go. That takes care of
I can't believe he had to throw 4 strikes to get Alonso, but he did. And I can't believe you're on my YouTube channel. Yeah, that's probably the best case. Hopefully, maybe get his pitch count up a little bit, and hopefully there's not shadows. But, I mean, you're not going to have a lot of chances against DeGrom, let's face it. But, yeah, that's probably best case. Maybe get him out if you got him pitch count-wise, 6 innings. And then whatever the score may be. I did want to have any thought about last night? Like, Charlie was rolling and got screwed on a few pitches. And then, of course, the McCann bomb didn't help. But I was kind of thinking, Charlie cruising only 78 pitches, I get it. But you go for the kill shot and then give our bullpen a fresh inning with, I guess it was 5, 6, 7. But again, hindsight's 20/20. I just can't get that thing out of my head because if we would have won last night and tonight, you kind of don't have to. I mean, tomorrow would have just been a bonus, but trying to win a series against DeGrom, it's hard to do, but you got to just win the day, as I keep saying. So, I hope, Hank, I hope you got some of those souvenirs, and I hope you don't leave until the end, because these games are always fun.
University of Florida, Georgia Southern, Clemson, Kennesaw State, and of course UGA, with other schools being added as we speak.
But I mean, I don't know. Is the lives kind of changing luck here? I mean, the last couple, I did the 20-1 live, I did the 9-1 live, and the 13-2 live now. So maybe that's the tonic for our offense. I'm not sure.
And McCann has given Pete Alonso the rest of the night off. He's over at first. We will get
and the Mets wave the white flag. Squad is around and in.
And Heredia is the hitter. I shortchanged him earlier in the game. Heredia,
yeah, I was gonna
picked up a double in the fourth inning. Could read my own handwriting. There's so many batters in that fourth inning. 11 of them. And I forgot about his
12.
Hit. Got 17 of them on the year.
There was a lot of hits to keep up with that inning.
So let me correct myself. Every Braves starter, among the position players, has at least one hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, of course it came back to bite us, but he was rolling, and a couple of calls that didn't go our way that should have, of course, and then one bad pitch, and obviously you can't.
9 for 61 with runners in scoring position over the previous 11 games. Wait till I give you this stat. Pitch. Off the middle. And Blankenhorn's got it. Bad throw, but McCann saves him a throwing error, and there's your first out.
2-1 out on that. That was a weird one. Yeah, you can't fault it, obviously, because he was dealing 78 pitches. Didn't look like anything was. Nope, the Mets were going to touch anything. And obviously, hindsight's 20/20. I just, as me, I can't not think about that type of thing. But again, like, it is what it is.
Thinking, all right, I'm at first base. Oh, first throw, I'm going to go chase it.
It really is what it is. And
Patrick Mazeika.
He's probably looking at this like, come on, guys, you could have given me a couple of these. Sacrifice. But that's why baseball keeps bringing you back, and the Braves.
2 walk-off RBIs in his first 4 career games since RBI became a stat in 1920.
The Braves keep pulling us back in because they'll look bad offensively or pitching or whatever, and then toss a shutout or kick.
Down the right field line, curling, and high off the bricks foul. Anyway, Michael, that's great. Look at that young fan.
And a souvenir, nicely done, Michael Comporto there on a drive by Almonte.
Remember the Phillies fan that got the home run ball earlier this season? Yeah, that was great. Far be it for me to tell Major League Baseball players how to market the game. You do that 3 or 4 times a game, you'll have fans for life. Bravo to Michael Conforto.
Good take there, 3-2 for Almonte. But I feel like our offense has been grinding all year, and yeah, it's definitely not as good as what we thought we would have. But I mean, some of those line drives and hard hit stuff finally got to fall, and it's all falling tonight for the most part.
And a shot to right field on a
3-.
Hit number sweet 16 for Atlanta.
And jam shots are looking good too.
They come in bunches, don't they?
Man, do they ever. It's crazy how you can struggle and
yeah, I mean it's that's why baseball is just such a great game, because you don't know what you're gonna get night tonight, yes, of the Braves. Made me annoyingly mad and sad and happy, yes.
13-2. Rain has all but stopped here at Truist Park. That's good news.
0-1 to Kevin. But look, singles. We've only got two homers tonight in 13 runs. So
Padres lead the Reds 7-5 in Cincinnati.
So it is in there for this offense. Definitely.
Shohei Ohtani started for the Angels.
Yeah, you would hope it balances out. It doesn't feel like it's balanced out, but hopefully it'll start to balance out during this final important stretch before the All-Star break. Phew, Kevin Smith, seriously. Kevin Smith.
When's the last time he swung the bat?
You said that last time, Chip, and the last time was 2019 for Jesse Chavez.
He did that in the Reds game. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, he batted in the Reds game. Yeah, so it's kind of a good thing for the Braves to see that you don't have to hit homers for all the runs to happen. It's good when it happens, but putting stuff together, walking, things of that nature, it just feels good.
It's been a long time coming for the Braves, who have more than supported excellent starting pitching from Max Fried tonight.
Yeah, but that's another excuse me. That's another thing too. I think every decision that we've made this year, for the most part, has come back to bite us in some capacity, and you would think that can't continue either, but it's just been the reality. Which, yeah.
Who knows how bringing Jesse Chavez back will affect the Braves down the road. Look, you make incremental improvements everywhere you can. Veteran arms are tough to come by these days in big league ball, and Chavez has been around forever, it seems. Pitched well.
2-2. Chavez at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the walks, the bad throw. The bad throw actually opened up the whole floodgate. So the approaches.
See how it goes for the veteran right-hander with a 2-2 count.
The approach is full to Jesse Chavez. I hope if they need a refresher, they look back at this one when they need it and just say less is more, using the right side of the field. All of them have basically done that. So
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners aren't moving, and that's strike 3, 2 outs. And we go back to the top and Ronald Acuna Jr.
And I think we've only struck out 3 times too, so that means you're putting more balls in play and getting more and making players make plays.
13-2. And you want to play back the sound of Ronald Acuna Jr.'s first inning home run. It was loud. .447 feet in the first inning. And in the
Good take there for Ronald.
Does he get a nice stop? Adrianza is waiting on deck He would that for Freddie Freeman, a chance to get him off his feet. Hence have already done that. Okay, Alonso, Peraza, and Lindor and Kevin Pillar too.
Wonder if Snit will let Ronald hit and then sit him down.
Well, that's, I think, part of the challenge for the Braves, the way the roster's set. There really aren't that many extra players for him. You could maybe play Pablo Sandoval at first. You could get Adrianza in. Not going to use Contreras, I wouldn't think. As your lone backup catcher, you could.
Yeah, I guess that would depend on whether or not maybe Kevin Smith can play another position. I don't know if he can play first base.
2-0 for Ronald. Swing and miss there on the changeup. I don't agree about Snitker either. I mean, we just signed him to a 3-year contract, so I really don't think that's going to happen. Maybe with the Kranitz has made me cringe at times, but the pitching has been amazing for the most part of late. Even though every time he goes out for a mound visit, something bad happens, it seemingly. But I get wanting to shake it up, but I mean, Snitker, you make the decisions, and some of them are really boneheaded, but you're given what you're given in terms of the players, and ooh, whoa.
Blankenhorn makes the play and falls to his back. That was easy.
That was a major league pop-up by Ronald, and Blankenhorn had to take a seat to get that one, but 13-2. I don't know. Nick, it's as any manager, you get too much blame when we lose, and you get too much praise sometimes when you win. But I mean, like I said, most of the decisions Snit and the team has made this year haven't been positive for the Braves. So obviously you're Monday morning quarterbacking it every time it doesn't work. And sometimes, and I think the really head scratchy decision I had was last week, game one of the doubleheader, bases loaded, 2 outs. For Dominic Smith versus Newcomb. And Newcomb had good numbers against Dominic Smith, 1 for 6 with 3 strikeouts, I think, but Dominic Smith had a reverse splits kind of, and reverse splits. And Newcomb, the game prior, had walked 3 and given up 3 runs. And I think you have Matzek there, so if you really wanted to go lefty-lefty, I think Matzek gives a better shot there. But obviously, he got ahead in the count and just didn't make the pitch. And that's the thing. Once you make the decision, it's out of your hands, and the players got to execute. And unfortunately, a lot we haven't. So, I mean, I get now, and the players universally love Snit, and the amount what he did for Ronald with all the Marlins stuff a few years ago and things of that nature. I mean, we just signed him to a 3-year contract, so something catastrophically bad would have to be going on for us to move on from him, because it's not, like I said, it's not like we're getting blown out every game. The lack of effort, blah blah, all that stuff. it's so there, and so
Balls, 2 strikes.
it is what it is. I
It'll be
mean,
a lot of fun. Jacob deGrom and Ian Anderson. Our coverage starts at 6:30. First pitch at 7:10.
oh, too quickly for Chavez against McCann.
And then welcome the Marlins in over the weekend for the 4th of July festivities. Good tickets available all weekend. If you have a major 4th of July plans, hope you'll come to Truist Park. Have a spectacular fireworks extravaganza Friday. Got the
High fastball, 1-2.
bobblehead on Sunday afternoon.
And yeah, so that's just my opinion on Snicker. And yeah, I don't agree with every decision he makes, but I've never agreed with every single decision anyone has made. 4 outs on 12 pitches, another strikeout. Very, very efficient for Jesse. Very, very good.
I'm gonna guess he's complaining.
It's 13-2, dude. Swing the bat. I mean, I know you're a catcher, but come on.
McKinney has struck out twice. No,
Good spot. High fastball.
This is where the K zone obviously didn't exist. The umpires would lighten things up. Boys swing the bat. It's 13-2. It's late. Let's go.
Well, it certainly would be for the Braves. I think when the team that was behind would still get the benefit
2-0.
of the strike zone. The team that was ahead, swing the bat, boys.
Come on, Chav.
2 balls, no strikes. Zapunki, the Mets pitcher, is waiting on deck. Well, he will earn kudos from his skipper. He is saving their bullpen innings. Again, we don't know how long deGrom will pitch tomorrow.
Well, you don't see it. I know there's frustration, and you saw some from Freddie. Oscar Enoa, I wish he would have just used a bat instead of his hand. But the thing is, baseball is so maddening that blowing up doesn't necessarily help situations and things of that nature. Would I like Snicker to get ejected sometimes to like maybe light a fire, or just for like the umpires being terrible strike zones? I would have definitely been tossed last night.
Lots of yayas tonight. Oh my goodness. The Braves, middle of the order, has had a fantastic night.
And I mean that
Green were fantastic table setters. For the big hitters like BJ, they'll both have something great to talk about with Jerome on the stretch in just a few minutes. Snicker's been around the block.
45 years. He's seen about everything, done about everything. So, and no, has this season gone the way any of us expected? No, but it is the reality. And when he kind of called out Acuna, was that the best thing to do? Maybe not, but frustrations are frustrations, and sometimes you just give.
Jesse Chavez, 4 strikeouts, 2 perfect innings.
I mean, I'm
take your
it's all
at your leisure. It's 13-2 Braves.
You feel like you still see the happy energy in the club, in the dugout, in the clubhouse, and really frustrations are there, but you just gotta weather it. And maybe it's not a year, maybe it's not our year, maybe it's whatever. But baseball is baseball, and you just gotta keep.
We never even expected this. It looks like one of these movies you see, the Fantastic Four, the top 4 in the lineup, Nick. Unbelievable tonight.
Yeah, they've been swinging the bats well. I wanted early runs. I didn't expect this many runs, but I'm going to take it all day long. If I don't do you, BJ, let it up.
Yeah, you gotta love it, baby.
447 feet, Freddie Freeman is swinging extremely well. 3 hits on a walk. On the night, on the fact that he scored runs the ball. How about Ozzy Albies, BJ?
Man, he has been incredible from the bright side. Austin Riley jumps into the party also. Freddie Freeman. You know what? Those hard hits are starting to be blue. And all of a sudden, you see us just take off today. Freddie Freeman a double. And here we go. Yeah. Ozzy Albies goes way out.
Yeah, I'd love to see this too. Acuna only one hit. He's got to get back.
Ozzy, Freddie, and
How about Austin Riley really swinging it that well? Also, and by the way, Tom.
Ozzy, Freddie, Ronald, Travis, all of them had kind of career years last year, and you've got to obviously think there's going to be some sort of a dip and all the injuries and unforeseen situations. You just gotta. So, I mean, it is what it is. The talent, there's more talent on this team, and there should be more wins than there are, but baseball is baseball. You never know what's going to happen no matter whatever night it is. So, talent, and tonight's just a fun night. So,
Nick's right. They all do count.
Yes, they do. It was almost like there was always this disrespect factor of we've accomplished everything twice. And there is such great tradition historically at this university on the baseball side, and this just wipes away anything that there was any question about it. Punch out right there. Sharper was one out of the way if you're going absolutely nuts, and this place already is. This is Starkville, isn't it? Oh, yeah. It is. We're in that cover.
Tell you this, it's the fact that when you go to Vanderbilt, when you go to LSU, they won't say, well, you have one? Yes, we do.
Parker Nolan with 2 outs in the ninth. Pushes a bunt to third. James to first. He's out. What a way to end it. And what a way to end the drought. Mississippi State, the national champions.
Mississippi State, 9-0 shutout. Okay, Adrianza getting in on the fun, sure. Double. Adrianza deserved that one from last night. That should have been a game-tying bomb. And Adrianza. See, where would we be without Adrianza? I don't know either.
So the number 2 spot on the lineup for the Braves tonight has scored 5 runs between Freeman and Adrianza. That's pretty good. So Ozzy Albies, 3 singles, a homer, 3 runs, and 4 ribbies.
Whew. Beat that one to the spot big time. Made sure that one stayed there.
Ozzy's looking for his first career 5-hit game. Good rip there.
0-2 quickly to Oz. Looking for his first career 5-hit game, as Chip just said.
Think how hard it is to get 1 hit in a major league game. Then go 4 for 4. Not that hard. 4 is hard. But 1's not? Swing. And Vincent Albies is retired for the first time.
Strikeout.
Number 1. Let's enjoy a quick message from Destin, Fort Walton Beach.
Last 2 games, Mississippi State has outscored Vanderbilt, the champion from 19, 22-2. They held them to 1 hit tonight. And fittingly, the defense, which has been dynamite, committing no errors, forced to make a terrific play, even James. Thankfully, we don't have to review or replay or appeal. I'm telling you right now, that defense played big, big swelling, played big.
Yeah. Chip not saying so much would be great.
And
Because usually the opposite happens when he says things.
Just about everything up tonight, but
Opposite of positive things.
And Dansby Swanson hit 4 Dansby hits. Had a chance to talk with Eddie Perez on the field today. We love to kid around with Eddie. Just one of the game's great human beings and one of our dear friends. Eddie Perez's family is hurting tonight. Eddie's lovely wife, Marisol, lost her mom in Venezuela. And Eddie, all of us wanted to pass
Prayers
on our
to
sympathies to Marisol, and all of us will
Eddie there.
our prayers for Yolanda and the rest of your family. We're thinking about you and wish you peace and comfort. Of many things I think all of us missed in baseball last year, Tom, and earlier this season were those personal contacts that we cherish so much, far beyond baseball. Just as friends and colleagues, and glad that we're getting back to those, and I'm so glad I was able to talk to Eddie and wish him and the family the best.
Yeah, it was nice to get down on the field today. Spent a little time with Eddie, with Snit, Walt. You know, just kind of being down there, being around the guys a little bit. Yeah, you missed that, no question.
Speaking of this,
2-1 for Dansby.
$14-2, 18 Atlanta hits.
Two.
And win or lose, this young man in his first big league game has done really good work.
I'll tell you what, he has single-handedly saved that bullpen tonight, no question about it.
2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He struck out 4 Atlanta hitters. Yeah, he's given up a couple of homers, but the young man in his debut, really impressive.
When life gives you cucumbers, make fried pickles. Bite-sized.
Good job for Splecki there in his debut saving the Mets pin. Gotta.
At Zaxby's. Redeem rewards. Scan to pay. Order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
The playoffs make every day feel like a win. But with DraftKings, every day is a win. Courtesy of DraftKings free-to-play pools playoff edition. Simply make your picks on the featured game of the day. Answer questions like who will cover the spread, which team will score first, and which players will have the most points. If you get enough right, take home your share of $250,000. So download the DraftKings app now. Use the promo code to play free for a share of $250,000 in prizes. And make it.
Congratulations to Mississippi State. Shutting out Vandy 9-0. It's an epic way to get the first championship in history. Very, very well deserved there.
Mounted front impact airbags, all in the hope that you never need any.
What? You can come in. You don't have to be. Stop. We're winning 14-2. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be discreet. Mississippi State just won 9-0. I just texted you to turn it on.
How was it?
You don't have to be.
Oh, I got it.
You don't have
There
to be
you go.
stealthy.
Good luck. State. Yes. Oh, good night.
Good night. Love you.
All looking and hoping to be representing the Braves on that star-studded stage. So keep those votes coming, Braves.com. But the Braves also announcing this afternoon that you will get to see outfield prospects Drew Waters and Michael Harris, who are named to the Futures Game roster this afternoon. So
I prefer this version of the Braves. Yeah, that was just an annoying way for the NCAA to ruin a really, really awesome event, but
still hitting over 300 with 11 home runs and 27 RBI in 47 games. And kind of an interesting development played in
Josh Tomlin
last night, which we know the Braves can use all the depth they can in that position right now.
So great report, Kelly. First on Arcia, big league veteran who's doing good work at AAA, and especially so for those young guys, especially Mr. Harris. He really opened eyes this spring. Brian Sticker loves that kid and thinks he has a chance to be a very special player. And
Good spot, Tomlin. Didn't get the call, 1-1. It's been a while for Tomlin, I think.
You factor in AAA numbers this year because these guys didn't play last year. I would imagine they're still rediscovering how to play, to put it simplistically right now.
Yeah, no question. I think, and I think that's been a really tough thing for a lot of those young guys.
1-2.
In the minor league. You know, some of these veteran guys that come in and play for some of these minor league teams and are kind of that known insurance policy, so to speak. There's a little bit more of a track record there with these younger guys. That
Michael Harris and Drew Waters, although Drew Waters is struggling.
There's no telling what that's going to mean to guys. I'm pretty sure it was a negative effect. It's just to what degree?
With the strikeout ball and the swing and miss, but he always has.
For players who are always looking for security blankets, as it were, getting called up to play in a game like that, a showcase, if you will, like that with your peers, maybe it'll be reassuring for a lot of those guys that, you know what, maybe I'm not as far.
We got.
I mean, look, that's a big deal playing in that futures game, so that certainly is a big deal for those two guys.
Adrianza and Ozzie. Ozzie had a 2-run homer. Adrianza had a solo blast. Yeah.
Spears that. Nice play. Sorry, Tom, one out.
It's all right. We've had some nice PFP tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an opportunity for those guys.
Yeah, Ozzie had a 2-run blast, and Adrianza had a solo shot. Of course, we wanted the solo shot from Adrianza last night, but no such luck. But good vibe for Adrianza, who's been swinging the stick nice lately, and really good pitchers fielding practice stats by Chavez, Fried, and Tomlin. So that's really, really good to see. Nothing speeding up there.
Be a little jelly-legged tonight. Their defense has been in the field all night. And a liner hit to Ozzie Albies is the second out.
Liner right to Ozzie.
And top of the order coming up. A quick message now from Delta.
Yeah, but I think that's for any young player, honestly. But
Reconnect with more. Delta.
Michael Harris will be here sooner rather than later, probably. Same could be said for Shea Langoliers.
Tomlin trying to go 1-2-3 here in the eighth inning. This is Albert Almora. Almora, a former number 1 pick of the Cubs, who had a great defensive play earlier in the year, slammed into the wall, messed up his shoulder, and hasn't found the stroke yet. An 0.77 average. This guy's a lot better player than that.
Albert Almora was a key player for the Cubs.
Gives Chase foul ground to the warning track. He's got it. And we head to the
8 pitches. 1, 2, 3, easy breezy for Tomlin. And I think Jesse Chavez had 2 innings on 21 pitches. So everything is working tonight. Can we just order this type of game more consistently? Maybe twice a week? That'd be great.
More savings, more cash for your trade guaranteed.
No, it's 14 to 2. I'm sorry, I didn't. No, it's Ozzie 4 hits.
So we asked our friend Kelly Slater to demonstrate how to catch a big wave. Pretty simple. Gotta catch a
Yeah,
great.
me too. I like all of them to be all-stars and whatnot, but who knows? But just continue playing, continue developing, and see what happens.
Imagine being connected to and securing your entire home with a simple touch or command of your voice. Or detect an intruder before they get in. The technology connected to your home can do more than just alert you, because the most experienced team in smart security has got your back.
CPI Security. Identify yourself.
For a limited time, pick 3 smart home devices with the purchase of a new security system. CPI, the leader in smart home security.
Atlanta Braves Baseball is brought to you by Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. Your local Ford dealer. And by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Oh, 2 touchdowns. So 2 of my lies have been the 20 run game and tonight 14. So is the tonic for our offense, me doing lies, although we did lose 13-1.
Thomas Szapucki, who's back out for another inning. He is saving the New York bullpen.
Thomas Szapucki has a rubber arm.
Won't be for the real good baseball fans who follow the Mets.
No, absolutely not. After Peterson had a rough night and got hurt, came out early. Reed Foley came on, was only able to get a third of an out. So you're staring at a disastrous night for your bullpen. And this kid has come on and certainly saved the day in that regard. And keep the Mets with a full of
a ball down the left field line. Heredia is going to have another extra base hit.
Ground rule double for Heredia.
That's his second double of the night. And the Braves have pounded out 19 hits. I'll tell you this. Szapucki's not going to factor in the decision, but he's never going to forget his first big league game he played in.
No, he's not. He's checked a lot of boxes. And like you said, he will get a lot of pats on the back tonight for what he's been able to do, like I said, to save this bullpen and keep them in a position with the rubber game of the series coming up and Jake DeGrom on the mound. They will have their full allotment of guys in that bullpen tomorrow night because of this kid.
Abraham Almonte entered the game with an 0 for 20. He struck out in the second inning. He has since doubled, hit a comebacker to the mound for an RBI, and then singled in the 6th inning. So good to see Abraham getting some good fortune at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Um, 2-0 for Almonte.
Base is empty for
Yeah, well.
Excuse me, runner at second for Almonte with nobody out. That's high.
Yeah, they have, but
3-0. Always wonder.
he should get the biggest steak dinner or whatever he wants tonight, because this.
Where is a guy like Szapucki can end up? Where's a guy like Austin Riley can end up? 5 years, 10 years, hopefully 20 years down the road in Major League Baseball. Somewhere is taken inside.
Walk.
Somewhere, some coach.
His arm is about to fall off, I think.
Something in these players on a backfield somewhere or a high school field in some rural part of the country, and said, "I think this guy can make it to the major leagues for myriad reasons." And here they are.
Yeah, look.
Is that right? Or
the draft and those guys,
2, 3, 4 hitters, or what? 10 of.
It's an art, and obviously the guys that
10 of 12.
Top picks are easy, right? They're easy to find. Everybody knows about them, but it's those guys in the middle rounds, the later rounds, and baseball's full of guys that are not top 10 picks that end up playing in the big leagues and have nice careers. So.
Yes, he is really that good. Yes, he was injured last year, but he had a thousand season the year before, and he's just an animal. So yes.
Right? I wonder if he's going to look up there and see that and wonder, where am I going to be 278 starts from now? Am I going to get 278? All that.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey is the real deal. No doubt.
Who were so instrumental in, as I would assume Tom would agree.
Charge my phone for this lovely recap.
Credit for being the touchstone at the major league level. The two guys, Jim Beecham, Bobby Deuce, were incredibly important developmental
And-
people who taught players the Braves way. From the moment they put on a professional uniform, their Braves book, as it were, was something they not only taught you, but they expected you to learn it.
I think I might use your line. He's Mike Trout against lefties.
We're teaching you how to play the game, right way at the minor league level, and have that translate once you
No.
got to the big leagues.
There's not.
Certainly when Bobby took over.
Respect is respect for Christian McCaffrey. He's one of the best players I've ever single-handedly watched on a football field. And I still, to this day, that Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman when Derrick Henry did.
And then you had guys from the pitching side of things versus the 3-1 pitch, which is low, and you got to wonder if Zabucki's starting to run out of gas here.
Bases loaded, no outs.
And imagining Rojas is going to go to the
He has nothing left.
another change here. We might see a position player come in to pitch. Dom Smith is going to trot in. He's going to head out to left.
Position player pitching.
How the Mets.
I
Might be Almora coming in from.
or Almora.
So, yeah, we're going to have a position player pitching here in the Atlanta 8th. As Almora is going to stride in, and Ender Inciarte is going to be the batter.
This is the worst position for a.
Hand the ball to his manager. I hope he keeps that baseball. He should, as a memento, a job well done, even in a.
As a position player, this is like
He did a great job.
the worst because you're supposed to get a hit, but when you don't, I mean,
As the Braves have the bases loaded.
yeah. Base.
Let's go, Sal. Roll up your sleeves to give blood. You can help save the lives of patients that depend on blood every day. Valley Sports South has again teamed up with the American Red Cross for the Roll Up Your Sleeves campaign. Please make an appointment to donate blood. Your donation will help save lives and
Yeah,
countless more.
give the man if he's of age, give him a bear. Even if he's not, give him a beer. But I'm pretty sure he is.
Every week, Let's Fish brings you the very latest fishing reports from your southeast lakes, rivers, and bays.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime deal right here.
Our team of experts covers the entire region and provides you with the latest real-time updates.
So bases loaded.
Mississippi and Alabama.
Hit that amount of pitches. I don't know. I don't know.
Atlanta Braves continue to hit in the 8th inning. It's been a fun night here at Truist Park as we check out our T-Mobile coverage cam. Things have gotten out of hand for New York. Instead of going to the bullpen again, they will bring on Albert Almora Jr. This will be his first big league pitching appearance. Oh, where's Nick Green on the mic when you need it? Nick pitched as a position player.
That was, couple guys
Jeff.
early in the year of the Cup Series.
Well,
Who was it, Rizzo? Who else pitched in that?
the deeper guys will still throw 80
He
plus.
struck out Freddie, and that put Freddie in a tailspin. Went like 0 for 22 or so. So Ender's going to pinch hit with the bases loaded. Dom Smith takes over in left. McKinney moves to center.
Ender versus pitcher. What's gonna happen? The roller to second base.
For the New York Mets tonight. And that floats in.
55 miles an hour.
That is below hitting speed.
Yes, it is.
And that Cubs game you were talking about, Braves won at 10-0. Anthony Rizzo, Matt Duffy, and Eric Sogard all pitched. They had 3 position players.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That's it for a strike, a high strike.
3-1, 65 miles an hour. That was definitely not a strike, but the umpire is saying anywhere close to the plate, we're
Jacob Roberts looking on as Ender takes ball 4. That'll bring home a run.
15-2.
Valuable lesson. It's not as easy as guys like you
Huh,
would look.
walk.
It is not easy, that is for sure.
So Heredia scores a run. And Almora switches gloves here.
Well, that one didn't have any strikes in it.
Yeah.
Okay, Almora is switching gloves. Pablo Sandoval up at the plate.
Leaves the mound if they will actually
50.
performance substance. 15-2 game.
I don't know.
That one's up
62 miles an hour.
Acuna's night is done after 5 trips to the plate and a home run.
Oof. Got Pablo to swing and miss 65 miles an hour.
Never forget talking to Jeff Francoeur after his pitching performance against the Phillies. First inning went great, then he went out for the second one. There's the 1-1 pitch, and he gets hit. So painful.
Hit 16-2.
That is Pablo's first RBI since May the 8th. Didn't expect.
I think if the rule of rolling the inning, I think the Mets would enjoy that, and I wanted that for the Braves a few times.
Pitching performance. I walked up to him at the batting cage, just got to have my palms held up.
Yeah.
How to go, and he just said, "I'm so sore."
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking about Mississippi State all night long too. Feels really good for them, and I'm glad you're here.
And inevitably, after that first game you pitch, a lot of things.
That was 74 miles an hour. He's humping up now.
Training for it, you know. So for guys like Jeff and position players that don't do that and then go out there and do it, yeah, you hurt in a lot of places.
There are some
2-0 for Adrianza. He hit a grand slam off Defoe, the other position player pitching we had.
I don't know if it would ever happen. Let's preserve health and all that. Would you
That was
ever
a good
see a
pitch.
time where we have a mercy rule? Major League Level?
I wouldn't mind one right now.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's look, it's a long night, obviously.
I have no idea.
Again, race to the bag, and Almora gets there, but that'll score another run. Smith comes home, 3 runs in the inning.
RBI ground out for Adrianza 17-2. I don't know. Maybe that's what's maybe that's what's been plaguing Pablo of late.
You want to see somebody go out there, obviously, as a position player and hurt themselves doing this. You know, the likelihood that
Ozzy,
to start this inning, you're
don't strike out, Ozzy.
Ozzy unloads on the first pitch. Deep to right. That ball is gone.
Holy wow!
He got his 5th hit. And
Ozzy 3-run Jimmy Jack 20-2. Holy! This is the second live I've done board for us.
Mercy. What a night for Ozzy Albies.
So now the Mets are going to be mad because he swung. Stop. Don't be Russo.
2 homers.
Just don't.
7 RBIs. 5 for 6.
Don't. Stop.
That is an all-star worthy performance. Blowout game or not. Braves scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 7 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh, and 6 more here in the 8th.
And just think about that too, how strong. We talk about how strong Ozzy is, but you got a guy out there throwing 50, 60 miles an hour, and he hits the ball out of the ballpark opposite field.
Riley shoots one to center. McKinney drifts back to the edge of the track. He's got that.
Riley flew out.
The second out. Well, if they don't check Almora's glove, what I really hope happens is Jacob deGrom walks up to him and offers him some tips about what to do next time he has to come out and pitch.
This is nuts.
Look, it's no fun being on that end of a game like this. This is one the Braves really needed after their tough outing last night, losing a 3-0 lead and dropping a game in the standings.
Well, I mean, that was more about 40 keys, right? Rebound. I think they rebounded pretty well tonight.
Yep. I think you said something about score early, too, right?
That was one of Nick's, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They all run together.
Don't strike out, Dansby, please.
Whatever anybody's keys were tonight, I'm pretty sure we hit them all.
20 runs on 20 hits. That's pretty efficient. They've scored 20 against the Pirates earlier this year. And we will see.
Please don't strike out, Dansby. Please. I think they honestly did throw it Austin after.
Get that final trio of outs and then put this one away and get ready for a rough ride tomorrow. You've got Jacob deGrom, who maybe the best pitcher of his generation. With that, I believe, 0.69 ERA. Showed he was human in his last start. He actually gave up a couple of runs. The 0-2.
Please don't strike out, Dansby. We saw what happened to Freddie after he struck out, so please don't.
Runners in scoring position over 11 games coming in. They had 9 such hits tonight. That is the stat of the game. Driven down the left field line. That's off the netting.
How is that possible? I randomly choose games that I do per week.
Presented by Xfinity tonight. Jerome, Nick, and BJ ready to recap it. We'll hear from Brian Snitker. Kelly's got a tough decision to make, too. If there's a player of the game interview, who in the heck do you pick?
I'll make him pick for Ozzie.
Yeah.
3-2 count. And foul at the plate.
I heard the Trevor Bauer thing. Is Soto in trouble too? I didn't see that. I hope it's not true, just for the human element of that. I really, it's disgusting to me when it happens. So
Yeah, his last few fastballs have been pretty good. Mixed in a nice little curveball. He hasn't thrown it for a strike yet, but
And a nice pick at third. And the throw will be scooped up at first, and that will retire the side. The Braves pouring it on. 6 more runs in the 8th and 3 more outs to get.
I hope it's not true. I really don't particularly like Trevor Bauer. Think he's a great player, and just his antics and stuff are annoying to me. But I hope it's not true, any of it.
This is James.
Hey, Mom, Dad, this is James.
James Harrison from Roosevelt High?
Good, Jimmy.
The 2021 Toyota RAV4. The RAV for all of you. Right now, for 36 months on a new 2021 Toyota RAV4. Toyota. Let's go places.
With 40 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar, Muscle Milk Pro Series helps build muscles. But it takes heart to build strength. And with heart, you'll keep getting stronger no matter what you go through.
I appreciate it. I'm glad everybody's enjoyed them for the most part, and
20-2 over the Mets in Game 2. Plenty of all-star performances tonight. You got Ronald, Freddie, and Ozzie in the final round.
Yeah, it's been tough. Because it's been so frustrating, and as me, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and honestly, sometimes I care too much, but that's never gonna change. So
More changes for the Braves. Edgar Santana is going to come on and pitch. Ender Inciarte has taken over in center.
So I mean, it's
from center to left.
it really is what it is.
Swinging away at the first pitch.
Yeah, well, you might be the good luck term, but
Team with runners in scoring position tonight. They were 9 for 61 in their previous 11 games. This one smoked towards center. Ender drifts back. And there
good running catch by Ender, 1 out.
Ball is playing some tricks, but Ender stuck with it. And Santana gets his first.
But yeah, I mean, it's been tough, but since I started it, this channel and everything, it's whatever.
Couple of extra base hits, one of them the Alonso home run. The Braves answered with 2 themselves, and that was a sign of things to come. 20 runs on 20 Braves hits, and that's with 3 hits all night, 2 of them in the opening inning.
Yeah, we showed early back.
It's you just gotta grin and bear whatever the season gives you, and yes, it's been really difficult, but also so much fun, and getting to meet and interact with so many people that I would never in my greatest mind ever do.
For his last 22.
It's just been yeah, just a bit outside for Santana. A slider that he held on to too long on that one. But yeah, this has given me so many blessings, and
Scored in every inning with the 2nd and the 6th.
having fun and taking my passion and creating something that I can share with people has been great. And doing these lives has just been another avenue. Obviously, it helps me with the watch hours because you have to have 4,000 to be considered to make this source of income at some point for me. So I don't do it for that, but it would be a nice extra bonus. Don't walk them, Edgar. 3-2 on Conforto, yeah.
Has driven home 6 runs.
But DeGrom's going to be a tough customer tomorrow, but at least walking somebody with a 20-2 lead. Walking somebody with a 20-2 lead.
Right down the middle and see what they can do.
But at least it'll give them good vibes for tomorrow. Very good vibes. And
Figured out who this guy looks like. Sean Doolittle.
You're right.
That's his twin.
And good mental mojo going into the DeGrom game tomorrow.
And that's fouled at the plate. It's 0-1. Is Jacob DeGrom kind of the Pedro Martinez of this era? And
Yes. Jacob deGrom.
Such a struggle to find anybody who's had numbers that are even closely comparable to what DeGrom is doing.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow, nice play. Shifted all the way, ran to the dugout. That speed kills there. Great play by Ed here.
Hard to argue, or at least it's part of the conversation for dominance or runs, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's obviously Sandy Koufax 4-year run that many said was the greatest of all time.
One more out, boys.
I can tell you Greg's 4-year Cy Young Award run was unbelievable. Now, obviously, different styles of pitchers. Greg didn't quite have the electric stuff that DeGrom has, but some of these things that Jake is doing, I mean, are just things that have never been done in a game.
Well, and that's my point here. Wins aside, Cy Young's aside, to see a man with a sub-1 ERA, I mean, Bob Gibson 1.12, they lowered the mound because he was so dominant. Denny McClain was a 30-plus game winner in 68. There's nothing anybody can do with this guy.
I'm not going to do a live tomorrow just to keep McCann single there, keeping the game alive. Just for keeping the good mojo plus I have to work, but
it's been his dominance. Like you said, the ERA, the strikeouts, the strikeouts to walks,
I've never seen a player or a pitcher like DeGrom. Like, he was good. He's been really, really good, but this good, I don't know how you keep getting better. Every player tries to, but
something wrong.
Something was wrong, and we were there a little bit too, but
I don't.
So the point being, we want the Braves to win the game.
I wish we could count it as 2 wins.
And we hope you'll also enjoy just absolute pitching excellence from Jacob deGrom. It's been said by their broadcasters, and they're right. It's a treat to watch that guy pitch. And we will have a front row seat for you tomorrow for Game 3.
I wish we could count it as 2.
48,000 on its feet. They have thoroughly enjoyed Game 2. Jacob deGrom staying up a little late. As Billy McKinney, their final hope. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 on the pitch.
Victory shot, baby. Swing and a miss, strikeout. Oh, wow. This one was fun, boys. This one was much needed, much fun. Wow. Woo! At least we get some good mental mojo going into tomorrow. Yeah.
Maybe get a little more momentum heading into the All-Star break.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, as big of a disappointment as last night's game was, it was important to come out here tonight, rebound, and get a win, and give yourself a chance to win a series. Now, obviously, it's going to be a tall task against DeGrom tomorrow, but listen.
We beat DeGrom before, so victory chop again, and we beat him 7 times. I'm not sure how, but he is somewhat incredible, but Ian Anderson's not too shabby himself, and all he can do is go out there and give us a chance, and hopefully our runners in scoring position, good mojo tonight will carry over to tomorrow and carry over to the last couple of series for the All-Star break, and let's just have fun and win the day tomorrow too, and enjoy this one because it was super, super fun. Thank you for joining me. This was amazingly fun. I don't know what it is about lives and our offense, but the last couple, so all we can do is win the day, and let's hope we do that. As always, go Braves. This was super, super fun and much, 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 much needed. But as always, go Braves. Love you guys.
He had a magnificent night tonight, a career high has 7 RBIs.
Yeah, absolutely. Ozzy, not only that, but a career high